so never mind.
Oh, we're alive, apparently.
We're all
Hello.
alive, except for some of
We're
us.
all alive.
Hello.
Yes, may the
We're all
dice
here.
gods be on our side.
Alrighty, we're live. We're live over here now. Thanks for telling me right when my internet cuts.
No, I mean, like, that's the perfect time for going live, right?
Yeah,
right, of course.
Right when the frames
Yeah.
drop.
Absolutely.
Yep. Perfect.
Drop it.
Drop the frames.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Welcome.
Hello.
How's everybody been this last week?
We've been looking
Very
forward to
good.
Sunday, is how we've been.
I've been looking forward to today.
You know, Josie, would you believe it's actually been cold down under?
It's
It's
true.
actually been cold.
Please count that as a joke.
Actually cold down under.
Please.
It's
For
actually been
me.
cold. It's actually been cold in
Has been
Australia.
cold.
Yeah, in fact, I might actually be
It's
putting
very
I
nice.
actually
I'm
might
so
put a
happy
jumper on
for
in
it.
just a moment because my
I've
hair's
decided
starting to
that
stand
Cool
up.
Down Under will have been the name for the first act of the campaign. I've been considering names for Act 2.
Ooh.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I'm
Yeah.
But
excited.
here we are. Here's me, Josie Proser, the benevolent dungeon mistress.
Woo!
Always nice. I never hurt anyone, physically or emotionally.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And
X
next
to
me,
doubt chat.
on my screen at least, we got Orb, who's playing.
Arthur Orblet. Yes, that is me. You're down
Wow.
here for me.
Oh,
So-
amazing. Well, never
so,
mind.
you
we
know.
don't Denny?
Yes.
Can we stop pointing? It's confusing the chats.
But one day we'll have all
Keep
these cameras
pointing.
organized.
Denny points to
I
Really
Cuddly.
happy to be with Denny.
I say confusing the
And-
chats. It's actually just confusing me. Please, please. Like, I don't know any of you. I've never met any of you in my life.
Wow.
Wow.
Being
Wow.
disowned, guys. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I should just go. I should just.
Feels bad, man.
Who
Anyways,
really,
Arthur.
who really cares? We just want to know who Denny's playing because we all love the character.
Oh, okay. Well, I am Denimation. I play the mighty Das Goose. Is a human barbarian with a mighty axe, and he wears a goose upon himself. And I am drinking mead today. I forgot. We're all drinking something today.
What?
I found this cup today. I've had it since high school, and I can't believe I didn't bring it out until today.
I am
Oh my
jealous. As if you have mead and I don't.
Finally found some.
Speaking
I
of,
am too.
Roju, who are you playing?
Me, Roju from Participation was playing Gerald, the wonderful wizard of not Oz. Some might call him a warlock, but definitely no one around here because they don't know. What's a warlock?
They
Who knows?
don't know. How will they know? No one's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
And Cuddly, you're also
Yes.
here.
I'm here. I am here. Yes. Mentally and physically. Definitely here.
Emotionally,
I love it.
spiritually.
I think
Mhm.
so. I'm here.
Oh.
I play Nana Melavora, a little feisty gnome druid granny who really likes to cook and thinks that all her magic comes from her food.
Well,
And- oh,
last
I'm
but
sorry, I'm
definitely not
drinking beer.
least,
There.
Good choice. And what? Let's rewind. Roju, what are you drinking?
Milk.
Oh no.
We'll rewind one more step. Orb, what are you drinking?
I am drinking some tap water.
Delicious
Exotic.
water.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be nice.
And finish off the rounds of introductions. We got Ozzy Devro.
Me? Yeah, that me.
I've had
Me?
the
Yeah.
call. I've had desktop audio muted this entire time. I do apologize for the use of my end.
Oh no! I'm not actually listening to you screams.
Oh no!
That's funny.
Mop, 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 bow.
That's
I
on
mean
me.
that
That's
that
definitely on
means
me.
the first thing that Josie Pose's lovely chat gets to hear is my introduction. Hello, I'm Ozzy Defro. I am playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, and you will find me here Only 85% of the time because I'm dropping 15% of my frames.
Hi.
I am drinking the
Wow.
brains of the delicious mug in front of me.
Yeah. And I'll do
Oh,
a
it's a little small.
super quick rewind for the chat on my end. We've
I
got
don't think
on
it's
my
all that
screen,
big.
we got
Orb.
playing Arthur Orblet III, Elven Ranger. We got Denny playing Dusgoose, Human Barbarian. We got Roju from Participation Award playing Gerald the Wizard. And below Denny, we got Cuddly Raptor playing Nana Malivora, the Gnome Druid. And here we are. Back into it. Who's ready? Who's ready?
To
I mean, because we technically have
not-
like 3 minutes left before we've done the
You
10
mean
minutes of.
who's ready
Not
to
ready,
definitely
then.
not
Alright,
be
I'm
in
leaving.
a nightmare surrounded by fire? Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a blast. I'm
Yeah, having a
meeting
blast.
my
You're getting to meet
patron
your
for the
god
first
and
time.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
blast.
I'm
I'm in
excited.
a forest.
You guys around.
Forest
Everyone's
with
having a
fire.
good time except for me. I'm like, oh, everything's on fire. This is fine.
Yeah,
Because
wasn't
doesn't
I like
actually
in a
know where he is.
flower?
Wait, Roju, would you say that this is fine?
That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Thank you. This mug.
If I see you on the
this-
street,
oh.
I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm gonna mug you.
As you're running away, I'll just yell. Oh, I get it.
Cuddly, yes.
Yes.
Cuddly, yes.
Yes.
Actually, I am just gonna quickly put my jumper on because I'm getting chilly. It is cold down under.
Is it actually
cold
cold
down
under.
under?
It is
It
actually
is-
cold.
It is currently 15 degrees where Roju and I are, which is not
Oh.
actually that cold, but like for
It's
Considering
Australia,
we're
like
that's-
dealing with
yeah.
like 30 degrees.
Yeah.
It's 14 where
nice.
I am, so I guess I win.
Whoa.
Nah, the fire's on though. I'm
How
pretty
cold
sure. So.
does it get in winter in Australia?
Wunderbar.
Well,
in
depends where you
Melbourne,
are.
I'm toasty.
But we
in
do have
Melbourne-
snow in some areas.
Yeah,
Mm.
like I would say
Yeah,
Melbourne.
it
you
can get to
In
like
Melbourne?
0.
Basically,
can.
the only snow we get melts before it hits the ground.
Mm.
Mm.
So you gotta
Not
deal
where
with
I am.
ice roads and shit.
Ice, baby.
Dun, dun,
Family,
dun,
I'm
dun,
not
dun,
gonna
dun. Immediately. Yes, we're that kind of group.
Yes. You chose this.
Remember, Chad,
But
you're here for the
Shelley-
laughter. You're not here for the expert D&D analysis? Question mark.
We leave that
my
for the
God.
people in the chat. We play the game and they analyze it. That's how it
I mean, I'm gonna poll
Yeah.
my chat right now what they come here for. So.
That's a good idea.
Alright.
All polls.
Quick, before we get to our little recap, let's
Mhm.
quickly just say some, maybe all of the players will have community challenges to unlock inspiration for them, unless they already have it, which will give them a free reroll once per inspiration use. And over on my end, we got community challenges to unlock items for the group to receive free of charge, mostly.
Mostly.
Mostly, well, I
Only
mean, I have
cost
to
you
admit
your
that some of them in
sword.
opportunities that could have been bad. But if no one has anything else to say, we'll
Let's get into it.
let's get into it. I think I'm doing one thing wrong. There we go. Sorry for that. I had Discord muted, but now the
Now you can
Syrinscape is
now you can
confirmed.
hear the music.
I thought I was on top of the game today. Turns out, no. No, not at all.
Oh my god.
Not even the slightest. But
That's all right. You're all good now. It's time to rock and or roll.
Would it be D&D if someone didn't do something?
What?
why?
I don't know. Going on a
If
random
someone,
thread.
it wouldn't be D&D unless somebody did something.
I mean,
Put that on a
technically
shirt.
doing.
I mean, it's
Put
not.
it on a shirt.
It's not
Make
wrong
millions.
technically.
to quote Percival, I cannot
Life
tell
needs
you the
things
full
to
name.
live. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, life needs things to live. Thank you, Percy.
Yeah.
Silly little Critical Role reference for those who know what that is.
Love it.
Yes, yes. Wow, wow.
Yeah. Let's.
I'm going to expand this a little bit.
Last week on Cold Down Under, you arrived at the city of Bore. You had to go through a strange little procedure. They asked you for your names, your occupations, where you come from. They went through your stuff, digging through your bags, asking what was what. You got searched, and when you, honestly enough, told them you were carrying a potentially dangerous item, you gave them the name of Elena Midwinter. Dazgoose was placed under house arrest in the tavern that you had been told to go to. Dazgoose, having no issues with this at the time, simply took a long nap. You arrived in the city close to evening, sort of like a 8 p.m. situation, and the rest of you, besides Rudy, who stayed behind to do some thinking and meditating, the rest of you went to simply investigate the city. Some shopping was done. Some of you made it to the market district. You met a familiar face. And Gerald went to the Tower of Ice in the middle of the city, or close to the middle of the city, and found what looked to be a magical shop run by a creature known as Fifth Eye Morgue. A strange humanoid face with yellow, somewhat glowing eyes, thick, long fingers, and bird feet clacking under the robes. Some purchases were made, some information was gathered, and as you all made it back, you had a little bit of a talk, and then you all went to sleep. And during this sleep, you all fell into deep slumber. And in this deep slumber, you all realized that you were, in fact, you were lucid. You could tell you were dreaming. And you're all standing in the middle of what looks to be familiar places. Duskus, you're standing thigh deep in water, where the battle against the dire goose happened. But the dire goose is nowhere to be seen. You are covered in blood all over you, holding your great axe in hand. Arthur, you're standing in the forest, bow at the ready. You've just unleashed an arrow and filled a massive hog, and you're about to gather up your prey. Gerald, you're standing, your feet soaked with blood. Surrounding you is a massive puddle, and you see buildings on fire.
Oh no.
Nana, standing in a garden. A massive
better.
garden. Flowers of all kinds surrounding you. Rudy, standing inside of a church, a cathedral, a familiar place. You have pews all around you and all over you. And there's fresco painting statues depicting imagery of death, decay, gluttony, voracious behavior. But one thing you all have in common is that you find yourselves surrounded by grey hoods. Simply just cloaks. Endless amounts of cloaks standing on invisible bleachers, growing higher and higher, surrounded. For those who need a bit more of a specific description, imagine Frollo, Judge Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame when singing Hellfire.
Yes.
Wow, spot on. I love it.
Beautiful. Love it.
You are surrounded. You simply heard one voice that said, "Welcome. It is time for the divine petition." And we come back in. Gerald,
Ooh.
the buildings are burning all around you. You recognize this place. You know where this is. But between the buildings, amidst the fire, you see these hooded figures. And I will point out that none of you can hear what is spoken outside of your own dreamscape, except for that first sentence.
Mhm.
Okay.
This is all happening
Just bear with me.
simultaneously to all of you.
Cool.
Right.
Give me 60 seconds, Josie.
Okay?
I just need to. I'm ending my stream. Just give me 60 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The
We'll
internet crapping
do a
out?
quick wait.
Gets a bit right
But
bad.
yeah,
that's I assume so.
feel free to ask questions if you want any details about the situation around you until I move along. For Gerald.
Yeah, the the buildings and fire, is it like a replica of the town that I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Heck.
It's identical.
Right. That is incredibly concerning.
Murder!
Yay!
And looking around you, you do see faint bodies, like just a handful strewn around you, but they look eerily featureless.
Just the sort of more the idea of bodies than
Yes.
than actually individuals.
Yes.
Right.
Was that a music change too, by the way? Because it's fitting so far.
No,
Yes,
this is just
I,
like the natural tune.
Oh, okay.
No, that was definitely
Oh.
Denny. Don't sell yourself short.
Sitting at a mixer table.
Yes. You don't see what's going on down here. It's just like a
Oh, yeah.
plethora of buttons.
You don't
and
see her
switches.
hands, it means she's
Thanks.
mixing, so.
Thanks everyone
God.
from Ozzy's chat. Welcome in. We're just gonna wait for Ozzy to give the all clear, and then we'll get back into it.
And these figures for me, they're sort of like just standing around in the fire, or
Yeah, they some of them are standing halfway into buildings. Almost, it looks like almost as if the scenery has been they're merged in some
Right.
way.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm good now.
Welcome back.
No need to
Cool.
apologize. I will applaud the quick thinking of just getting to and fixing.
There's not much I can do about it.
But are you ready to keep going?
Yeah, totally.
So, Gerald,
Hmm.
all of you hear the following as well. The matronly voice says, "In times of aeons past, we walked the land. We mingled with mortals and gave them our boons and our love, but we also made sure that they were all kept in check and followed the rules. We have not been here, the rules are no more. But in times of great convergence, when the influences of those of immortal status collide, we may yet again call upon the mortals and give them our boon in exchange for their reverence of us.
Oh.
Before you, you see the deities of new and old, of grand and minor, mortals. You will be petitioned by those who seek you. And you will given the opportunity to choose one or none.
Oh no.
The choice is yours. And starting from here on, Gerald,
Yeah.
this is you only. standing amid, and you can see the fire, but it sounds muted, as if it's coming from behind a wall of some sort. But the matronly voice speaks again to you, and says, "Who lays claim and petitions this mortal?" And you see one of the cloaked figures holds out a hand and gestures towards you, but it's still just a gray cloak, featureless, and the inside of the hood is just black. When you hear a voice behind you that says, "I speak on behalf of my ward," and the matronly voice says again, "Introduce yourself if you wish to petition this mortal." "No need. I do not petition this mortal, but the one who does serves me." And you, looking behind you, you see one cloak, minor, starts moving, like, you can tell this must be the one talking. It's moving, swaying almost like it in an unfeelable wind. And it says, "This mortal has made a blood bond with the bitter flame.
What?
A blood bond that I will point out must be upheld, and none here may petition this mortal with a pact that prevents an already formed compact to be completed."
Can I say something? I don't know anything about
it
this.
Quiet.
I don't know anything about
surrounding-
this blood pact necessarily.
And the voice says, "It does not matter if you recall or not. Your name was signed in blood and fire in the book you hold." And you can feel now you're holding the book of shadows. And you can see the stamp in the leather. The two pikes over the pyre are literally burning.
Heck. And what did they say? It was the acrid flame or something, wasn't it?
Bitter flame.
Bitter flame.
Shit's going down.
Right. Like,
And yeah. And the voice keeps talking and says, "The mortal made a pact. It does not prevent the aid of the divine. It does prevent any boons that would hinder the mortal from freeing Selishkar from his prison and the suffering of the thousand."
What? What? Freeing Selishka? Time out, please. All of this is doing me a concern.
Mortal, you are simply to choose, but the choice has been made. You are bonded to the bitter flame, whether you like it or not. And then another voice speaks up. And this time, you hear, it sounds almost like a young man who says, "I have a proposition for Gerald." And you turn around. And you see one of the hoods falls away, almost as if decloaking. And you see a man hovering, his feet not touching the ground. He's wearing a simple black and white striped, just like a loincloth, or a thick skirt made out of some sort of hide with black and white stripes. He is split perfectly in half. One half of him dark, black almost. It looks almost like veins over his body with pulsating orange light. And his other half white, pale white, crackling with blue.
Wow.
And give me a moment, I think I forgot a thing. Nope, it's right here behind me. I have pictures.
Oh, heck.
Pictures!
We love pictures.
Yay!
I will show you. You see. This man. before you. I will.
It's like a shadow.
Does he have a butterfly?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool.
He has a
And
butterfly.
he
I think you should trust
speaks.
him.
And says, I am Nephis, the all-seeing.
Nephis.
And he looks over towards the other the cloaked figure who was speaking, petition this mortal with a proposition that will not hinder any pursuit that has been put upon him by a blood bond. I offer you freedom to seek magic. And he opens the black hand,
Oh.
and there's just this almost looks like a fire, but it's dark black, and it's just emanating this sound, and it just sounds like you're standing right next to a fire, like a roaring flame. And he takes his other hand that it pools with water, and he puts them together, squeezes tightly, opens them, and crystalline butterflies fly like doves at a wedding, just all over the place. And all of a sudden, you're instead standing within the libraries of the College Arcana in Ebonspire, surrounded by books and staircases. Nethys says, if you choose to follow my path, the path of knowledge and magic, I can show you true potential, the undoing and creating of everything. All I ask in return, hold on, is that you simply seek magic. Make your life magic. All I ask is to bow down and serve magic itself. Use it, find it, abuse it. And I ask that you do this until the end of your days.
I see.
And the matronly voice speaks again. Two has laid claim to Gerald. Gerald, you may choose one or none.
One or none. No one else has any offers. I don't suppose any of you have offers of a quiet, comfortable life away from danger and things wanting to kill me. No? Anyone?
Just silenced.
Ah. Well, I do appreciate the lack of fire. That wasn't a pleasant memory. May I ask questions here? Or is this a very one-way street? Oh, good. Why me? Of all things? All I've ever wanted was a quiet life. This has all happened in the first place quite by accident, and I mean, well, here I am. Talking to gods, apparently, like a crazy person. What? So,
There's no response.
we just like stand there awkwardly for a little bit. Just like awkward silence. Just right. Well, that was very informative. I do have one concern. I had heard from someone that my future might indeed hold a choice, and I hadn't given it too much thought before. Now that I'm presented this incredible choice. However, they warned me that it would be a false choice. And I can't help but feel that warning echoing in my mind right now. What do you say to this?
There's silence for a moment, and then the matronly voice speaks. We cannot speak to what has happened in your life. The divine are not supposed to meddle in the mortal affairs any longer. If you've been told the choice is coming, and a false choice at that, it is up to you to interpret.
Oh. You said your name was Nephis, was it? Nice butterflies, by the way. Appreciate the gesture.
Just nods.
And all you want me to do is pursue just magic and the knowledge thereof?
Yes.
I mean...
I want you to devote yourself to magic entirely.
Just clarify, how much more than what I'm currently doing would that be?
So much more.
Oh,
You've not
no.
even scraped the surface, Gerald.
I see.
I wish for you to put away all mundane means where magic could be replaced.
Sorry, how do you mean? As in like, don't use a knife and
One
fork
might
anymore?
cook food. That is an example. Spells can be used for all things, and all things spells can do, I want you to do.
I mean, I guess that would make my life a little easier, I guess, if I could do everything by magic. Do you... would this pursuit of magic stop me from also just living a trouble-free life at the end of all of this, where I could just, be a
It is
person?
not uncommon for those who follow my path to simply create a place of their own.
Is it,
To pursue
that is possible in magic?
without being bothered by anyone ever.
Now you have my attention, Nephis.
And the other voice speaks up. This mortal was blood bonded. The pact states he has until the year next to free Salishkar or burn with 1,000.
Just, okay.
And Neth's response and says, and this would aid that cause.
Oh.
I implore you, Gerald, regardless of what you choose, your path is one of magic. And by truly succumbing to magic, I could show you how to undo the blood bond. Because that was not stated in your pact.
Oh. I think we can work together, Nephis.
And the matronly voice speaks up and says, has a choice been made?
It has. Who are you, by the way? Do you mind me asking? I'm Gerald, by the way.
Full dream
No.
fades away. You stand it, you start introducing yourselves, and all of a sudden you're alone. You're still aware that it's a dream, but the lucidity is fading, and instead you just find yourself marveling in the books, still inside the library of the college. But you may go and add a feat called... Shit, I forgot what it was called. I'm gonna edit for you, and
I
you
don't-
will
I-
see. I'm gonna do this. We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
move, we're gonna keep moving. I will fix this. We move over to
Holy heck.
Dusgoose. You
Alrighty.
just won the battle against the dire goose. You're standing there, its blood spattered all over you, your blood dripping from wounds. Holding your axe in hand, you also see these figures all around you, and you hear a voice that also tells you that you will be petitioned by those who seek to claim you and your service, but they will give you service. You may choose one or none. And as you're looking around, one figure steps forward, and you see the cloak fall off. And I will once again bring out a picture. Show what Dusgoose sees.
Oh yeah!
Oh, she's
she looks
sick.
cool.
How
She's
cool is
literally
she?
wearing a pet leopard. You literally
That
have to say yes.
Is
You can't say
amazing.
no.
Fuck.
Yes, the love of my life.
Oh my god, is Goose gonna
And as you see
try and
this,
pick up
this
a god?
woman, this massive woman smiles at you and says, "I am Katsutal Mother Jaguar. I represent the hunting and the retaining of one's family, the law of the jungle. It is always to kill or be killed. And I offer you," and as she's speaking, all of a sudden, the ground starts shaking. It starts shaking. These figures stand perfectly still, but the entire landscape starts shaking, and cracks start forming under your feet. The water from the lake just flushes down, and you step aside, and this massive chasm opens up. All the figures stand unmoving. And from the bottom of this chasm that opens up, you just hear a roar. And then it echoes into the sound of 1,000 cicadas in your ears. It sounds like the roars of lions, the chirping of insects, a massive elephant roar. It's just all these noises at once, and the ground stops shaking. And Katsutal looks over towards the main figure who's been speaking, who looks down at you and says, "Marcel, the rough beast lays claim to you. Now I don't know what you did to gain its attention. The power it could bring you would be immense, but it would come at a cost. But the choice is yours." And then the figure gestures towards Katsutali again, who says, "Compared to the rough beast, my boon would be not even minuscule. I can simply give you the aspect of the panther to teach you to hunt, to make you fast, agile, strong. But it is nowhere near what the rough beast would do. The choice is yours, mighty goose."
There's a lot going on. Oh, well, what is the question, I ask?
Who are you asking?
Sorry, her name?
Katsutal?
Katsutal. I was about to say Katsudon. Katsutal. Katsutal.
God of the curry.
Sorry.
My path asks that you simply stand up for you and those you hold dear. You must provide for those around you, food and shelter. You must bring down oppressors who abuse the law of the jungle, who kill for pleasure. And you must never, ever force anyone to act without their own will.
You call that a cost? That would be an honor! I will be more than happy to live by those words. Katsuto, I will stand by your side, and I will honor you.
And as you take a step forward to Katsutal, there's a moment where this chasm starts just rupturing even further, and it's just shaking. These figures start blowing away as if smoke in the wind, but the chasm keeps spreading. And just as you're about to fall in, you find yourself instead in a forest, at a campsite, and you just feel safe, protected. And the rest of your dream, as you lose lucidity, is simply you in a hut inside a forest, and you just feel the effects of a long day of hunting coming to an end.
Feels like home.
Arthur, holding your bow, you've just unleashed the arrow to finish off this hog, this massive beast of a hog, when you realize all these shapes around you. And as the main voice tells you that you may choose one or none, immediately another arrow sinks into your prey. And as you follow its trajectory, you see before you what looks to be a man, the body of a man, but his head is that of a deer.
Ooh,
That's cool.
that's very cool.
Arthur, I want you to flirt with him so bad. You literally will.
Come on, this is Arthur.
You think Arthur is above that, please?
And
He's a little
this
desperate.
man stands near 8 feet tall, holding a bow and wearing a thick fur, and simply says, "I am Aristu, the dead eye."
And I'm Arthur Orblet.
Arthur, you are a hunter at heart, even though you jest. You play everyone for a fool, including yourself.
Don't laugh so much, guys. I was like trying to be cereal.
I, being a hunter myself, recognize my kin.
Oh, thank you. I recognize you.
I offer you true aim.
True aim, you say?
All I ask in return is that you protect your family at all cost and never waste a downed prey.
Is family who I consider family, or is family by blood?
Those you have chosen as family, and those of your blood, are under your protection. And you may never abandon them if you wish to walk the path of a hunter.
I accept.
And then, before you
Sorry.
speak, another voice speaks up, and this time it is a feminine voice that says, "Arthur," and as you turn around, you see this.
What?
Ooh.
Oh no, she's hot too.
Yeah. She has butterfly wings,
Damn it.
cuddly.
Says,
Heck.
"My name is Desna, and I know how badly you try to spread joy, play, and stories all around you. I know you would have made a great father. Not only bards walk the path of the Song of the Spheres, I petition you, Gerald, and offer you a song of my own. What I ask is for you to simply explore, collect stories, and retell them wherever you go. Aid the travelers you meet. But I ask you to never, ever give anyone reason to fear while in your presence.
If he's making faces I can't see, I've got it set to no view mode. Sorry.
Just looking around.
just keep looking, just looking between the two, just sort of.
Yeah, now that you make a noise, I can see
side.
it.
You just oh jeez, oh jeez. Where are my friends when I need them? They help me with this sort of shit. Arthur sort of takes a seat on the ground. He's trying to consider what's going on. It goes to the gorgeous butterfly lady and go, a song. You mean I could sing? I can be
Everyone
more.
can sing, Arthur.
The heartstrings. And sort of turns around to the hot ass deer and go.
All right.
True shot, you say. How true?
I could make you the best hunter ever seen walk this plane.
Lord.
Oh my lord, Arthur is such at an impasse here. Do you guys know each other at all?
And they look at each other, and if you ask our alignment, Arthur, we are neutral towards each other. Our influences often overlap, but never collide.
Arthur gets up, stands up, just so I can paint a picture in everyone's head at home, like the Bachelor sort of style, where he's got the rose. And he...
It is an arrow, right?
Can you manifest a rose in your own lucid dream? Your dream.
I can, yes.
Yeah.
I sort of got a rose in hand, and I sort of just go. Turns to the beautiful butterfly lady. You've said things that is close to my heart, and that means a lot to me. You've also said, song and cheer and laughter, and that's exactly what I tried to be. My sexy dear friend, I love archery so much. As you can tell, you called me, you recognized me, which I also recognized you back. But, archery is such a strong point to me. And Arthur throws himself at the sexy deer and go, I'm all yours!
You're going with Aristil,
Yes.
just so I know.
I'm
Move
going
over
with
to,
Lewis from Beastars.
God damn it. Buff Lewis. Lewis dad.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we move over to Nana, standing in the gardens of Bandoria. You can see now, among all these flowers, are figures, shapes, hooded cloaks. And you, as well, are told that you may choose one or none. And almost before this voice gets the time to finish, you hear a voice says, "Well, I guess I am first up, yeah." And you just see this this gnome comes out of the
Hell
other
yeah!
gnome, walks like pushing flowers to the side, and you see before you. I'm gonna show you the picture.
Oh, yes you are.
Ooh. Oh, that is a cool ass looking gnome.
Oh,
That is
fancy.
a very cool gnome.
Now, Nana, you may call me Nivi Rhombadazzle, and I'm known as the Great Polychrome. In some circles, even the High Roller, you know. Don't want to brag, but you see, I happen to win my status here amongst these fine folk in a little bit of a game of tricks, you see. But Nana, I see you. The reason I'm here is not only because I'm a gnome. I was the first one to stave off the bleaching, and I can see it. I was the first gnome ever to survive. And I see what's happening to you, and it's not fun for anyone. But what I offer, if you so choose, is to gamble with fate. That's what I do. Now, in return, I want you to simply find out the rules of every gamble you ever get yourself into. Any engagement, you find out all the parameters of the rules, and I want you to bend them. Bend them to their very breaking point, but you may never break them. And if you lose, you may not ever use bronze over brain to get yourself out of a pinch. And she stands there, just looking at you, proud. And then you hear another voice who says, well, me and Nana on the other way, we go way back. And you look over and you see a figure you actually recognize. You've met this person on your travels several times. You're convinced.
Oh yeah!
And you see before you this strapping young man.
Oh, can't quite see him. Ooh!
Invisible.
Oh
And
boy!
at his feet, as he's pushing through the gardens, you see a big ochre red mastiff dog with just so much fur it can barely see, and it's just drooling and panting. And he says, "Now you see, me and Nana, we have already talked a bit, and let me tell you, Nana, if I like your cooking, I will tell you truly and honestly, that's why I'm here.
I appreciate this honesty.
And in return, and he holds out a tankard, and all of a sudden, there's one in your hand, and it starts filling. I offer you a drink of my own. And let me tell you, it packs quite a kick. Freedom and travel, Nana. Caring for others on the journey. And most of all, enjoying a sweet fucking brew whenever possible.
I mean.
But, on the other hand, the opposite of freedom is captivity. And, I don't roll with that. As well as mean drunks, you know. Yeah, no. But that's all I got really, Nana. You wait, hold on. And he looks down towards the dog, plucks a piece of hair, and says, "How would you like to be a K-hound?"
K-hound?
Just say no, kids.
And the dog, as he does this, the dog sits down and it barks. But instead of a bark, all you hear is the rumbling of thunder. Just all of a sudden, the cloud is filled. The sky is filled with clouds, and you can hear the rumbling of thunder roaring above you.
Josie, I've said that I hate decisions, right? I've told you this before. Remember when I said this? Okay.
We've all
yeah.
had to make decisions today.
I hate it. I want to say yes to both.
And
All right, and they've both said their piece, huh? Well, you know, Nana, first of all, would probably realize that she's. I think we all realize that it's a lucid dream, and she just looks at them both and says, because she's heard stories of Nivi before. Yeah.
you
Like
you
from my
might have, yeah,
dad?
traveling, you might have heard. No, actually, the only time you've heard the name Nivi was the nursery rhyme that Rudy told.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew I had heard it, but that's okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was like a childhood thing or just a Rudy thing. Cool. Well, she looks at both of them and she says, "Well, I am very humbled to be approached by both of you, lovely people. Nivi, I've heard of you from a wonderful friend, and it sounds like you had fantastic feats." And she turns to the young man and from my
He
stories, I
holds
never-
out a hand. He walks forward, holds out a hand. I'm sorry, I failed to introduce myself, and it looks like he's being. You can see almost like the hood, like eyebrows on the big main one, just staring daggers at him, just like angled. And he gets down on a knee, takes your hand, and says, "Caden, Kalian," and don't mind it, but the official title is the Accidental God.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that last bit.
The
Yeah.
Accidental God.
Oh, I see. Still honored nonetheless. Thank you so much.
Such a gentleman.
Yeah, such a gentleman. And then Nana kind of looks. I'm assuming the voice came from somewhere above, so she kind of looks up and goes, "It looks like I must choose here, and that's not my specialty because I appreciate the gifts that everyone can bring. But if I am to choose, may I ask some questions?"
And there's a nod, and the matronly voice speaks and says, "Yes, you may."
I appreciate that Nivi is a gnome and knows my particular issues at the moment. Caden, if I were to accept your gifts, would I be shortening my own life?
And the one who responds is Navy, who says, it doesn't quite work like that, Nana. It you've already caught it. The only thing you can do is slow it down, really. But I'll be honest, Caden could as well help you. If you choose me, I could bring you to the point of staving it completely. But going with Caden could probably, maybe, postponing it indefinitely. You would still get sicker, but it would take a long, long time. It's all about keeping that spark, Nana. It's all about the spark. And, the drunkard over there, he's got a spark.
He does have a spark. Nana considers very carefully, and I'm only saying this to you because I'm considering very carefully. my next choices here. Yeah, alright. Well, I think Nana turns to them both and says, I think I've decided. And Nivi, while I appreciate so much the offer that I think you've thought of very carefully, I may go with Caden on this one. I just remember a night full of laughter and stories, and I think I may go with that. I think I could use a couple more fun stories in my life.
Oh.
That's a fair choice, Nevi says and starts backing off, and Caden stands back up, grabs his tankard, and says, "One for the road, Nana?"
And Nana takes a sip.
And you take a sip, and the dreamscape is transformed, and you spend the rest of your dream inside a massive tavern with drinking and laughter, jovial people all around you, having the best night you could possibly imagine. And we will, however, go on a quick little break before we get to Rudy.
Oh.
Commercial break.
I will leave you with this. Rudy, as you're looking around, you're standing within and you recognize it immediately. This is indeed the Cathedral of Epiphenomena, where you grew up, where you trained, where you learned everything. And as you're looking around, as the matronly voice speaks to you and tells you of what is about to happen, her cloak is undone, and you see her in her full form before you.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
With
Whoa.
burning
What
hair
the
and golden wings, standing before you is indeed the Dawnflower Saren Ray.
Thank God Arthur's
Therefore,
not
we'll
there.
go on a quick little break.
It's
Heckin'
okay, Arthur.
Saren Ray.
Yeah, she's hot.
You've met
Why
Saren
is everyone
Ray.
hot? Sick of this.
You all know Saren Ray. She's
And-
the one who heals you, actually.
I don't know her personally.
I will let everyone except for Rudy, if you update your character sheets and go to the feat section, you will see your new abilities.
And traits.
Refresh.
If I had a chat, I would be raging at them right,
refresh.
raging with them right now. Oh my
You can
God.
rage in all the other chats.
Everyone in my chat rage for him.
Rage for
Yes.
Ozzy.
Angry.
Get the hawks
Angry.
in chat for Ozzy.
I no longer get scared.
What is
I
this?
fear nothing.
None
Nick
of this
Bisexual
stuff.
is going off their nut.
Yay, thank you,
Ozzy,
Mick
and I'm going
Bisexual.
to...
What?
Ozzy is raging because we went to break just as I was going to get to Rudy's part.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna run and grab some water because I don't have much left. I'll be right back.
I'll
Holy
just
shit.
sit here and pout.
Remember, anyone who is in chat, you can view all of our character sheets through the D&D Beyond plugin. So if you want to see the feat that I just got and that everyone else is getting, you can absolutely have a bit of a click through there and you'll be able to see it. But
Yeah.
holy heck.
I hope you enjoy what you see.
Yeah.
I do.
I guess...
No fear, ever.
Shit, I guess I gotta pick a spell. I guess that's what we're doing this break, chat.
Do I get
Yeah.
to find out what I missed out on? From the,
What did you miss out on? What have you
If
Oh
I
missed?
went-
yeah.
I went the other
Honestly,
way.
I think it's best we don't know. Because
I
then
mean-
you either get regret or, you know.
Regret.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have to take a break, so if everyone's good, Denny has returned. Like, I could keep going, but I want to give the opportunity of a break.
I was gonna run for 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Do it.
Yeah, okay.
Run.
Do it.
Run.
Bow, 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 bow,
And again, I just want to apologize
bow,
to anyone who's across any of the chats that would normally be viewing through my stream. Sorry, guys, internet just being an absolute ball ache tonight. I just want to apologize for that.
It has.
Just wasn't gonna play.
That's all
What we
right.
could do, however, just to tease Ozzy even more, is we could, don't tell your abilities, but tell us what the feats are named.
Ooh.
Oh, I can do that. Mine has a really curious name. It's called That Which Is Not There Is.
Oh, that sounds amazing! I love it. I'm so jelly.
Mine is called Never Trust a Fool.
That is so
That's ironic.
poetic. That is so fucking poetic. I can't even.
Amazing.
I can't hear Denny. I'm sorry,
I can't
don't
hear
know
Denny.
what
Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot to unmute myself.
Oh,
I'll say that sounds amazing. My one is called Thrill of the Hunt.
Thrill of the
Oh,
Hunt,
God.
was it?
So not only is like Dusk who's gonna get like all bloodthirsty, they're gonna enjoy it too. Like that's.
Well, no, he has to stop himself from liking it because he can only kill unless necessary and do not enjoy the kill.
Oh, interesting. That is interesting.
I will need a refresher on like all the stuff.
we
that...
will out of game. I'll go through a lot of things with you. What comes with this? But
Excellent,
Dudley,
thank you.
Yes.
are
I'm
you
back.
back? Quick
I'm
thing.
back.
We got Orb, Roju, Denny went through the name of their new abilities. Orb got one called Never Trust a Fool.
Nice.
Gerald's ability is called That Which Is Not There Is. And Dazgu's new feat is called Thrill of the Hunt. And tell us, what is Nana's?
Oh my god, where is her
Go to
ability?
features and then feats.
Oh, features and then feats. Ah.
Tell us just the name.
I think it's Sweet Barley Brew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
That
Yeah,
sounds delicious.
I'm
Or
excited.
poison, one of the two.
And
Nice.
if everyone feels like they're rearing to go, we can
Yeah.
keep going.
I'm
Let's
kind of
Go.
tempted to be like, oh, 2 more minutes just to make Ozzy wait a little bit longer, but I think he's dying, so I feel like we'll let him have his abilities, I
My
guess.
character is literally meeting their patron. Is this your own?
Yeah.
And
waiting.
Yeah, cool feat, right?
Oh.
As we come back, Rudy standing inside the cathedral, you see before you the Dawnflower Serenray. And you've only seen her in fickle images in your mind, in representations, but you see her true form, emanating light and warmth. At her hip, you see a burning scimitar. And she says, Rudy, magic hands. You and I have a relationship since previously, and I am here. And I petition to you to keep following in my path. I will let you know this does come with some refreshed vows, some do's and don'ts to be put to the paper. And then you hear another voice, just slightly off to the right. You hear a voice that says, "Not so fast, Dawnflower." And it's a rough, also womanly voice, and you look over and you see a cloak. But it's just the hood that falls off. And the rest turns into a shimmering, pale, translucent gown. And you see a blue pale face, long black hair, and as your eyes travel, you see that she has an ample bosom, But below those, her body decays away. And at her feet is simply bone.
Arthur would still tap it.
Arthur needs to see a picture first.
Whoa!
Not much there to tap.
Not really. But that's still so cool.
That's very cool. I mean, she's got a lovely face, you know?
She has a
What a
lovely-
figure. What a
And-
She's got a great personality too.
Oh,
She
absolutely.
says, Rudy, you might draw some of your powers from the Dawnflower herself, yes, but it is my temple that you pray within. It is to my icons and avatars that you put your faith. Now, I know, and Sarah Ray interrupts. In his time of need, Rudy begged for your aid. He turned to you, the only one he could, and you rejected him. I grabbed his poor soul and showed him truth. You simply straggle behind, clinging to old ways. And the skeletal woman says, the old ways stand. He may call upon your name when practicing his magic, his divine magic, but the power he channels is mine.
Ooh.
And I, Rudy, have watched you clean body after body, taken care of the sick, interred the dead. I was at your side just as much as she was. And Dawnflower interrupts and says, Urgathoa, be quiet. You have no reason to speak here. You ignored this man, this mortal, until he had already proved himself. These are lies. These are deceit. I am the goddess of truth. And it's just like the light just comes through. And the entire cathedral turns. Beauty and the Beast style. All the iconography, all the statues, all the busts, they change into angelic figures. The flames turn gold. And then she turns to you and says, but the choice is yours, Rudy. And then Urgathoa says, the time you've spent among the dead has hardened you, your soul. I've been there. I've watched you. And I can show you what lies beyond death. I can make sure that none around you will ever truly die. You'll never have to lose anyone again.
Rudy. Rudy takes a step back from both, and sort of he's actually he turns to Seren Ray, and you say that you are truth.
I am.
How is it true that while I call upon you, is a portion of the power I wield coming from another?
It all has to do with your imagination, Rudy. While you call my name, while you feel my heat, your mind still pictures and the cathedral again turns back into its dull, dark gray. The dead.
Alright. So you both offer a path. You
Yes.
both offer a direction. These paths, they lead to protecting those around me. To rejecting
And there's a
death itself.
hesitation. There's the hesitation from Seren Ray, and sort of like a, in a way.
Sorry, Josie, what was the name of the other?
Urgathoa.
Urgathur, thank you. Rudy now turns to Urgathur. You say the old ways remain, and the old ways will continue forever.
Yes.
Why did you abandon me?
Oh shit!
Because you sought to heal. That is not what I do, Rudy. Not the way that you wanted. But you've seen enough death now. Death can be both a rescue and a terrifying fate. You will remain your abilities to heal. But I can make sure that those around you don't have to die. There's a difference. And most of all, if you come with me, and she holds out a hand, I will make sure that you never die.
Rudy addresses both of them. All power has a cost.
Yes.
What would this cost me? Sort of to both of them.
And Serenray answers, I am the goddess of truth, warmth, light, justice, healing. I simply ask that you do not tell a lie, that you allow redemption to those who seek it, and that you heal the sick and wounded. And Urgathoa says, Rudy, I simply ask that you never deny yourself. That you do what you want to do. The only thing that you may not do is I would never ask you to give your life for another.
And if I choose neither?
Shit,
And
son.
they both just correct themselves, and Serenray says, everything will remain as is now.
Serenray,
She nods.
you stand for truth. You have guided, whether indirectly or directly, many amazing feats, and while I am very thankful for what you have provided in my times of need, lies are needed to keep society progressing. And Rudy turns to... Shit, I've already forgotten the name. Urgathur, thank you. Rudy turns to Urgathur and reaches out his hand.
And she takes your hand, clasps the other over yours, and says, it is a grand your dream fades away.
Shit, son!
What? Oh my god.
Fuck?
Rudy.
Just out of turn. What the fuck have you been doing?
Oh.
You had a messed up life so far. Damn.
And
Well.
I will now. Give me a moment. I'm gonna add this ability to Rudy's character sheet.
At least we can't.
Okay,
fucking
raise a
die
hand.
with
Who
face
caught
against him.
that last little tidbit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
God damn
What? What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
it.
Nothing.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's super fine. Everything's
Is
fine.
there
Super
something I
fine.
should have seen if I can't see the screens?
No.
Well, it was something I said,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
yeah, no, I
fine.
know it was
and
good.
you
I know
should
what I said.
now. You should be able to update your character sheet
God
and go
damn.
into your
Refresh
feats
me.
section.
My chat going for you right now, Ozzy, is just gone. Like they're gone.
Oh!
They're like,
Oh,
oh my god.
hello! I see something outside of the features and traits that's kind of interesting there. Hello. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's so where was it? Feats?
What's it?
Just the name. We
What's
just
it
wanna
called?
hear the
my
name.
God.
What's the? I have a feeling I kind of know where that choice was heading, but what's the name of the feat?
Never hunger again.
Damn. All right.
Oh, shit.
I got some
Jesus.
adrenaline in my
Oh my
bloodstream.
god.
I was sitting
Josie.
at the edge of my seat. That was.
Hey, Josie, just be honest.
Hmm?
Did you expect me to pick?
I honestly, I expected you to turn them both down.
I
Yeah.
almost did.
Ooh.
Almost
Yeah.
did. You said something that caused me to make another decision, though. I almost did.
Mhm,
Nice.
mhm.
Dang, I
Yeah.
kind of feel bad for
And
Nivy
you
though.
I
You
kinda
spend
feel
the
bad.
rest of your dream, Rudy. The rest of your dream is spent in a massive hall, a grand feast where you and just everyone you've ever known, you're just gorging yourself on food and drink, and you're just laughing, and you can just feel all of your deepest desires. You could do anything. Whatever you want is in the palm of your hand. But
That sounds
the
about
morning
right.
comes
Magic
too.
hand.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus.
I will ask Denny, can we get a vibe change? As the morning comes to, you all wake up within this subterranean room. Subterranean, but incredibly lofty looking. Very comfortable room. You all wake up.
Rudy with his hands again.
Gerald's just like lying there, just like flat on his back, eyes wide open, sort of just looking at the ceiling, just like.
Okay, Gerald seems petrified again. Where's Goose? Looks pretty comfortable over there. I can't see Nana over the sheets.
Nana's literally like under a pile of blankets. You can't see her at the moment. But she's digging her way out like a mole. So
Ah. I think Arthur's gonna get up and he's gonna sort of just stretch and sort of heads towards the door just to see if a certain someone could be there.
where are you going without breakfast?
Oh, Nana, I didn't think you were awake. Good morning, Nana.
Good morning, Arthur.
I had a great sleep. What about you?
It was. I had an interesting dream. A very interesting dream, but it was not unpleasant.
Mine was very pleasant, Nana.
Arthur, I'm not sure I want to know anymore.
That's okay, Nana. I was going to tell you too much more. I'm just... It was more pleasant than I thought it was going to be. But if you look over at Gerald, he looked like he's had the worst sleep he's ever had. And maybe you should go and talk to him, Nana.
Oh dear, maybe you need to bring the hot cocoa.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll bring my hot cocoa with Gerald.
Gerald,
Only the eyes move. He's just like,
would you like to come with us to get breakfast? Because Nana had forgotten that there was, also Cuddly had forgotten that there was food in the actual hotel.
The inn.
In the
Yep,
inn,
yep.
yes, that thing. The motel, the inn motel, hotel.
am I awake? Is this real?
Well,
I
I'm
think
here.
So.
I sort of put like a hot cup of cocoa on next to you, like very carefully, just next to you, and I take a step back even.
Mhm.
That's for you.
He sort of like reaches over and grabs it from next to him and sort of like tries to figure out how he can drink it while still lying down. Realizes it's not possible and sort of like sheepishly sort of shuffles himself up into like a little hunch and sort of like,
Josie, is my thing a physical item?
No, it's you had a drink of it.
Ah. I was gonna offer
that
something
seems real enough. It was, I had the most terrifying dream. There was fire and shadowy figures.
Oh, I had figures in mine too, Gerald. One was like oh no, better not. Sorry. Yes.
I don't need to know about your sex dreams again, Arthur.
Again.
For once, there weren't sex dreams. Thank you. They were just very attractive people. Things.
Things? No, never mind. Figures, though, that's very interesting. I had some figures in my dreams, too. They were all wearing cloaks. I thought it was rather drab.
They were wearing clooks.
Grey cloaks?
Grey
This point-
cloaks.
With
Rudy sort of
hoods?
interjects.
Absolutely with
Yeah.
hoods.
It appears we've all had a similar dream then. Goose,
You
how
as
about
well,
you?
Rudy?
Goose, Mike.
Goose?
It'd be good if that was on.
Goose? Goose!
He just suddenly wakes up like
I
a.
will.
Huh? Yes. What were we talking about? Yes.
As Dusgoose sits up and honks, you all see Dusgoose eyes are yellow with slit pupils.
Oh, damn!
What?
That's interesting. Nana would like to come and, like, sort of poke at his face and, like, look at the... Oh,
Poke at his
Nana
eyeball.
Is everything all right? What's wrong?
Nana looks a lot less wrinkly than she used to.
Ooh.
You look.
She
You
still
look
looks-
so.
She still looks like an elderly gnome, but a lot less.
Oh, you look so lively, Nana. You look like the years have been taken off your face. You look wonderful.
Oh, funny you should say that.
I guess you must have had a good sleep. I feel like I've had years added to me.
But more importantly, yes, Goose's eyes, they've changed. I think it's all... I think I'm getting a bit of an understanding here. Mysterious figures, all dreams, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And deities, yes?
Oh, I hope they weren't.
Oh God, yes.
And Rudy has Rudy.
Oh, Jaguar lady, yes.
Rudy, you feel a rumble in your stomach. You can feel it. No one can hear it, but you feel incredibly hungry. But you all see that Rudy has the darkest circles around his eyes.
Ooh.
Great.
Did you not get any sleep?
It looks like you had a rough time of it as well, Rudy.
Oh no, Arthur, I slept like a dead man.
Arthur just
Slept
pops
like
his
the
head to
dead.
the side and goes, "Sure, Rudy. Back to Gerald. Gerald,
Yes.
you
you going to be able to move? Or are you sort of just
I
stuck
mean,
in bed today?
I think I've sat up. This feels like sitting up.
Okay, well, are you going to leave bed today, or you think you need more time in bed? You look like...
Honestly, the fact that I'm not the only one who's had something bizarre happen to them this night is oddly comforting. Normally it's just me.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get the pep back in your step. Let's go. Go have something to eat, get something in your belly.
Yes, please. I'm very, very hungry. Absolutely starving. Ravenous, even.
All right, well, I guess let's get some breakfast and we'll perhaps talk more of this, because dream sharing is not a usual thing, and especially if everyone had gods involved.
Maybe it was something we ate.
Give or take.
Nana, what mushrooms did you use last night?
The good
They
kind.
weren't hallucinating.
Leave
They
it
were
at that.
actually really good.
Don't worry about it.
How
It's
good?
hallucinating. It's all good.
Fine.
I don't have like horns or anything, do I? I say, Goose,
Jared,
you've
why
got
would you
these
have
eyes.
horns?
Why I say Goose has got eyes?
That's
I was
so stereotypical. You know, so many people think that deities, they either got halos or horns. That's silly talk. They're more likely to be
Bones.
They're more likely to be deers or butterflies, for crying out loud.
Hey,
Well,
hey! Arthur turns around and goes, "What's wrong with that?"
I was just talking out of my ass, Arthur.
well, I don't see what that has to do with anything really. But what is going on? Why us specifically? There could be any numerous people across this world, this plane of existence, other planes of existence. Why us five specifically? And why, that we just happen to be in the same group? Is this... I have so many questions.
Is it
Gerald,
because of who we're following?
There's something I've learnt. As you all know, I've been in the service of deities for most of my life, and the one thing I've learnt is that A, you can't trust them, and B, you never know what they're doing or why they're doing it. If we have all had a very, very similar dream, I would never presume to impose and ask specifics. I don't know about you guys, but the details of my dream was very personal.
You don't suppose... I mean, because Rudy, my studies have only ever been in the arcane. I know just from reading books about, some religious knowledge, but I have no practical anything when it comes to divine intervention or things of this nature. Could it have been that we were all had some sort of... Did it seem real to you? Like, is that... Were they really gods that were visiting us, or is this some sort of machination of our foes?
I think all I can say is what I experienced, and what I experienced was very real. And if what you experienced was similar,
You believe...
then yes, I can say it would be real. I mean, the abilities I wield, the powers I wield, more than proof enough that their power is real, at the very least.
You make a good point. I somehow wish that it was a machination of our enemies, however. I learned some discomforting things in my dream.
But you...
Would you like to share?
Perhaps I don't know. I found out some things that I didn't necessarily know about myself. But I think I need more information about it before I burden any of you with the knowledge.
I think we all need a good breakfast.
Yes.
I am starving.
We'll feel better
And if you-
after we eat.
You make your way out of the room, and you walk up, and you come by the desk. Madame Tusk stands there. She nods at you all. She locks eye on Duskus, gives a little quizzical, and then says, "Well, we have received a missive that your contact, Lena Midwinter, is on their way. Should arrive by tomorrow morning. They've
Oh.
been pushing through hard.
Oh, well,
And,
that's lovely.
You've all been asked to stay within the confounds of the inn until such time.
Oh.
Oh.
I
But
think
if
we
there's
can manage
anything
that.
You wish, if there's anything you wish to be brought, we can send a courier. And you, as you're standing there, you can hear people talking, there's eating, the clattering of utensils and plates, and you can smell food. You can smell
Is it like good food?
hearty, it's salty stews, porridge, like thick, fatty meats being fried and boiled, taken out on plates. There's even, you see what looks to be like buttered vegetables being brought out. And there's just all manners of very hearty things. Lots of grains, root vegetables, and fatty meats.
Gerald's just
Oh,
going to get
Duskus goes
himself...
straight in. He's like, let's go!
Yeah, porridge and vegetables for Gerald. Nothing too fancy.
Nice.
Just to-
Nana would like to summon her mushroom friend because I think he needs to taste some of this stuff. So we're gonna share a plate. Yeah.
So you're just in the middle of the restaurant section.
Yeah.
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 You put your spoon. You knock on the ground, and through the floorboards, one vine pops up, and it starts sprouting. And there's definitely people who just like mouths full of food just look over until it just like pops out, and it just does the little face, and then everyone's And there's like you see what looks to be like two kids come running over and like then stop like 2 meters away from it and just look at it like they look like to you, to it, like
It's all right. He's a friend, and he just.
and they wave back and they just run off again.
Oh, cute.
Wholesome.
Very wholesome.
All right, come on, we're going to go. And starts shuffling everyone into the.
Yeah, and you
Oh, no need
eventually
to shuffle.
find.
Duskus is already in there.
Duskus is gone.
Yeah. And it doesn't take long before enough seating is made room for all of you. Like, some people shift over to give you access to one table for all of you. Quick battery change.
Ooh, all good.
Alright.
And you enjoy hearty meal, and there is... You sit there and you free to talk, and you eat your food, and all manners of foods are being brought out, and drinks, hot drinks, cold drinks,
Yeah.
whatever you wish for comes through.
Can Arthur Orbit go find Madame Tusk?
She's standing at her little counter, as per usual.
Again, Arthur comes through. And this time, it doesn't lean on the bench, but sort of just walks up and go, "Oh, good morning. How are you this fine morning?"
Good morning, Arthur. I'm fine. How are you? Did you all
Good.
sleep well?
Oh, look, I'm a bit tired. You were running through my mind all night.
She leans in and says, I bet, and smiles.
Oh, shit.
Arthur wasn't ready for that. He's a bit.
What is
Arthur
this?
goes.
Success?
Arthur goes, so would you like to have a cup of cocoa or something a little bit stronger with me right about now?
Come back around lunch.
Lunch. Yes, I can. Yes.
We can have something to eat in my office.
Oh, certainly. Arthur sort of gets kind of panicky, sort of like, yes, definitely. Yes, we can definitely do that. Yes. And like the voice starts cracking, and
she puts a hand on yours on the counter and says, "Arthur, you're yelling."
I am very sorry. I'll let you get back to work then. And then as he sort of walks to the table, he wants to have the biggest head, the biggest puffed out chest, and just walk on like, fuck yeah!
Like a peacock.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
totally
Sits
peacocking.
down at the table with confidence. Just, woo! Guys, I can't have lunch with you today. I've got a very important date. I mean, an important lunch. I am busy at lunch.
Nana, who was kind of watching the whole thing unfold, but like didn't really say anything, but was kind of like, I see what you do. I see what you do. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sure it's a very important meeting.
The meeting of the what meeting? Nana?
Oh no, I'm sure it's very, very important, or you wouldn't leave us for lunchtime.
Okay, yes.
She's taking the piss right now, by the way. You might not be able to tell, but she's absolutely.
Arthur is flying over Arthur's head because his ego is like up there. Just Arthur just finishes his drink, but he's just got the biggest ear-to-ear smile on his face. He's
Oh,
Just
excellent.
out of character. I know the dear God said that you'd never miss, but damn.
Oh, man.
You shot your shot and you hit.
The dear blessing is already coming around.
That's actually exactly what it was, wasn't it?
That's assuming it's all because of Arthur.
what? Hey!
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
dear.
Nana put in a good word for you. You don't know.
I mean, running an inn, meeting all kinds of people, and all of a sudden an elf walks into town.
It's true. You're exotic.
I just love you and leave you. I'm kind of
I'm
worried for you. Look, Nana's
I-
gonna be here when you ultimately get your heart broken. Okay? Nana, it's okay.
Be
Rudy
there with
sort
a
of
nice
turns.
hearty breakup broth.
Rudy turns to Nana and goes, "He's got to learn one day, Nana. Let him make it."
I'll make the chicken noodle soup.
But we can't baby him.
Maybe a little, as a treat.
And Arthur. Oh, sorry. As I said, and Rudy says it's a little bit louder, just a little bit. So it could have been heard over the din if someone might have been listening in. And Arthur, I won't. Just so you know, the treatment I used last time, I'll have to procure some ingredients. It's a topical treatment. We just, just if you come back with another rash, it'll take some time. Just so you know.
Oh, the rash on my foot. Yes,
Ouch.
yes, the rash on my foot. From the boots we wear out in the snow all day.
Oh my
and it's just like,
God.
yes, the rash on my foot. It sort of death glares Rudy.
And Rudy
I
goes.
would like Arthur to roll a deception check with advantage.
With advantage.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
fair call,
Advantage
fair call,
because
fair call, fair call.
you never
Yeah.
trust a fool.
Ah!
That's not. Here we go. 19. Yeah, all the people around start talking about, yeah, my feet hurt real bad. Yeah, we should. Someone walks over and says, "You got something for foot rash?" And just like grabs Rudy.
Amazing. Yes. Oh, the backfire was immediate karma.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a very, very common cure for foot rashes, if you didn't know. Honestly, it's just make sure, and Rudy starts going into various oils and treatments, and he starts throwing in really complicated, like, big words every now and then, trying to, like, bore the audience so that they sort of, like, their eyes glaze over and they sort of just go, it's just mumbo jumbo,
This MLM shit again.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah. And around the time you're finishing up breakfast, there's the door opens up. There's a figure that walks in, but you don't really react to the figure. What you react to, however, is walking behind this person. Someone wearing like thick black brown cloaks. The hood is up, obscuring the entire face, the entire form. You see they have on their back a massive bow, like a composite bow. This thing looks like it would require Dust Goose to pull it. Like it's just looks. It just looks. But behind this person, in walks, pushing, squeezing in through the hole, and you see, look, you follow the person who's walking through, and you look over behind, you see Madame Tusk, who's staring at the doorway, and just, and you look, and you see pushing through, you see a massive black bear, just like trying to squeeze in through the doorway.
Bear.
A bear!
A bear.
A bear.
A big bear.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And it
Okay.
eventually does a flop, and it comes through, and it just starts following this person who's stopping middle of the whole space, looking around, sees Madame Tusk's, and starts walking towards her. And the bear starts to just goes like, and starts walking towards the kitchen.
Oh. I reckon Nana has a little something on her plate for that bear.
Well, Arthur
And-
Orbit's gonna. Oh, sorry.
No,
Arthur
go
Orbit
ahead.
wants to get up and follow the bear.
You follow the bear simply walks over to the counter where they are grabbing food from the kitchen and
Oh.
placing it, and the bear just sort of like sits down and just sniffs the food, just drooling, but it seems to know not to actually eat anything. It's just sitting there enjoying the smells.
Oh,
I sort of gonna grab a plate for the bear, and I actually want to cast a spell to speak with it.
Oh.
You cast Speak with Animal.
I get this plate and I go, "Are you hungry? I am Arthur."
And the bear goes, I'm always hungry. But I won't eat until I'm told. And looks over towards the person who's talking to Madame Tusk.
Well, I've got
Thanks
this big.
for the offer, though.
Bear with me. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Yes!
What?
I'm assuming Josie's riding in the thingamabob. Yeah.
Another point to the
Yep.
pun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can't see it. Sorry.
So with this food, I walk over to the person he gestured to, and Arthur's gonna forget that he's talking to Bear, and goes, "Hello, I am Arthur."
You just walk up and start growling, and Madame Tusk looks over to you for like sort of annoyed for a moment, then sees it's you and goes a little bit soft in the face. And this one person turns around, and then in Bear responds, "Okay, thanks." And you see what looks to be a half-orc face, a woman. A thick black braid comes down the front, and she's got scars on the side of her face. Looks like burn marks. And she just looks over to you. Can I help you?
I want to feed this to your friend. Can I?
Looks over at the bear. Sure. And the bear immediately just...
Wow!
Arthur runs back to the bear with the food and just goes.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about that conversation. He just.
And the bear just goes, thank you, and starts scarfing down the food.
I want to grab a plate and sit next to the bear and go, let's do this together and start eating like more
And
food.
as you're doing this, you all then see this person with a thick cloaks retrieve what looks to be some sort of parcel or package from underneath the cloaks. And Madame Tusk then nods and points towards all of you.
Oh.
And she's getting her hood off. You can see now part of the side of her face is burnt. Some hair is missing. The rest of the hair is in like a loose, thick black braid. And she doesn't have any tusks. She looks to be of half-orc ancestry. And she just comes over to you now with the parcel under her arm and says, yes, I've been sent by the guild, the volunteers.
Oh, that's
I was
lovely.
told to find you here. Just sort of puts the package on the table and says, it's said to be given to Arthur, part of a group of 5.
Oh, he's over there
Oh,
with the bear.
that's the elf sitting down with the bear. Over
Looks over. Okay, but the right party, I assume.
Yes,
then at
yes,
least?
we can hang
that
on
is
to this
us.
for art. Yes, yes.
I want Gerald to roll a history check.
there. Sure. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, let's go with that.
History. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Boop.
The mushroom is petting the bear, by the way.
That is a 15.
Kind of on the nose.
15. This person definitely looks familiar, but you're finding a hard time placing where. But it's like, you know this person from somewhere, but this person, on the other hand, her eyes doesn't seem to linger on you at all.
Have we met by any chance? You look familiar for some
I don't
reason.
know. Well, I sort of looks at you. Well, you look like someone I used to know. Met a few times, but can't be. And then says, well, I'm gonna get myself sorted a room. Enjoy. Gestures towards the package and starts walking back towards Madame Tusk. And the bear now, having finished the plate, looks at this person passing by and sort of like just stands up and follows.
Arthur goes, bye, bear.
And the bear goes, bye, Arthur!
Arthur wants to make his way back to the table now.
Rudy elbows Nana and goes, Nana, is it rude that we didn't tip her? She delivered us a package.
First time I've ever heard Nana swear.
She's.
Nana didn't say that. No, Nana says all the time. Get out of here.
Should we-
You don't
Oh, I mean,
tip
she's
the
with
postman.
the.
No, it's fine.
She's
She
with
says,
the-
no, I think it's all right. She's with the guild.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
it's a guild job.
all right, all right.
I'm sure she would have said something, but Nana frets a little bit, but then doesn't, because barley brew. That's right.
Wait, speaking of tipping, where's our friend? I haven't seen our
Our friend?
our friend, our little who brought in the extra towels, who we accidentally tipped way too heavily and now loves us.
I think it was a good amount.
No, it was way too much.
Yeah, you can't see
You're
that
just
person
a
around.
stingy old bastard.
That's right.
Says that one under her breath, though.
Anyway,
Arthur wants to sit next to Cuddly. I mean,
let's
to Nana.
open this
Okay.
package, shall we?
Arthur sort of leans to Nana, sort of like, say, Nana, I might have to ask a favor from you. I'm looking to get a bottle of wine. You wouldn't happen to have any on you?
No, I'm pretty sure Nana just got her hip flask, and I'm not sure what's in there. I wouldn't just hand it out willy-nilly.
It's just super old,
that's
super
dangerous.
old, diluted, distilled backwash. It's just like bad.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you'd
flavor.
want to, like, that's Nana's flask, let's be real. I don't think you want that.
That flask is probably more Nana than anything else, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, Nana has nothing but goes, I could maybe get us some.
Look, I want it for my lunch. Wink. Yeah. If you know where to get some, Nana, it'll be really appreciated.
Am I able to hear this at all?
Listen, at the table.
yeah, they're like semi-whispering. It's up to them if they want to be like super
I
quiet.
don't mind.
You're trying to keep it
I'm
private?
trying to keep it quiet enough
Okay.
where you guys just can't recognize every word,
Yeah.
but you do recognize some words, I guess.
That's all right. I won't be paying attention then if it's not loud enough for understanding.
Goose is too busy eating everything.
Arthur, why don't you open your package and I'll be right back.
I've
and
got
then
a package.
You've
Actually-
got a package.
Hang on, should we open it here or maybe in the room?
Oh, good point. Yeah.
If it's guild business,
Well, I mean, if it's guild business, then it affects us all. If it's
yeah.
something just for Arthur, then it's something just for Arthur.
It was a party. It was the party of 5. Arthur was the name it was under, though.
Right.
Presumably.
And you
it's
all would
for
remember
us.
that
Yeah, he
Arthur is considered the senior of the group.
He
Oh,
did
God,
introduce
we're
himself
doomed.
first.
Arthur's not even the senior though. It's literally me. But okay.
Yeah, but when it comes to like guild hierarchy, Arthur would be considered
Right.
the more experienced.
Yeah. It's fine. Nana didn't even want
This
that.
is news to
Nana doesn't
Darcy,
want
but
that.
not news to Rudy.
Nana's made her peace with this, but I don't think Cuddly has.
Yeah.
15 actions.
Poor Arthur.
Well, while you're all
So-
discussing that, Nana would like to go over to Madame Tusk and go, Madame Tusk, I know you
Yeah.
said we could procure things from the outside, and I was wondering who to speak to about perchance purchasing a couple things and having them delivered.
Well, we could definitely do that if you give me a list. I could give you an estimate, and then we will simply send a courier to fetch the items, provided that you can provide the monetary value.
Of course, yes. I'm wondering how much a bottle of wine might be. You know, it's such a long travel, and I think some of my companions could potentially use some pick-me-up, and I only have my hip flask. I wouldn't want to give them that. And she gives him like
but
a
Nana,
cheeky wink and takes
we're
a
in an
swig.
inn.
And
Surely you
she
can
does
get what
respond,
wine you
"Well,
need here.
The house ice wine does run for 1 gold a bottle, and it's very tame but uniquely flavored.
Oh, that sounds very nice. Well, I will give them that option. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And she goes back to the table and goes, Arthur, they sell wine here. By the way.
But do we have to buy it from Madame Tusk? Because obviously it's going to be for her. I mean, like, and Arthur forgot that he's just said that. Jeez.
And Nana did not forget.
Nana will remember this.
There is other staff running around. Mostly, it seems to be as the breakfast is buffet style. Most of the staff is back in the kitchen or putting food up in front on the counter. But you know that when you came in last night, there seemed to be a separate section. Madame Tusk seems to be handling the rooms, and there were other people sort of handling the dining situation.
Yeah, and Nana points to one of them, scurrying back to the kitchen, goes, why don't you ask someone like that?
Well,
With that little uniform.
Well, Nana, what if I give you the gold coin and makes it look like that you are buying the wine and you could give it to me? Like, you know, is that okay?
I can do that for you.
Okay, here you go. Here's a 1 gold coin for you.
Run with it.
Yeah, but are you all making it back to your rooms?
Yes, I think we'll take
Yeah.
this back
Mine
to
is
the
me
room.
who's going to run and grab the wine bottle and then
You
go
can
back to the room.
definitely
We'll see you back in the room, Nana.
grab, get a bottle. There's someone, you walk up to someone who's in a bit of a rush, you mention the bottle, says, a minute, and as they come back out, they're holding like a platter of food they put down on the desk and then hands you what looks to be a very cold bottle.
Oh, thank you very much. This looks very enjoyable. I'm sure we'll love it.
It's not freezing to the touch, but there's definitely like condensation keeps forming when you put your hands on it.
Nice. And Nana will also make her way back to the room.
Cool.
All right.
Is it back in the room?
So Arthur's got the parcel, and for once he's not being a fool about it. He's actually being nice. He sits on the ground and Goose, come over here, friend, and everyone, let's gonna make a semicircle around this this parcel.
Gerald
Yeah,
doesn't
there you
form a circle. He stands like slightly behind Goose in case it explodes.
Fair.
Vince is okay with that. He fluffs himself up like, yes.
So
Arthur,
Arthur,
we're not kids. Open the damn package.
Yeah, it's got the brown wrapping and the little string. It does seem to have like the knot has frozen solid.
Arthur will then obviously grab out his dagger. And
Easy enough. You cut it open.
Cut
you
it,
open it, and it's a thin wooden box.
Can I open it in some sort of way? Does it look like it opens?
It's not locked. It has a little latch, but
Okay,
it's
yeah.
just like with a wood peg that you could undo.
Okay. Arthur sort of just pulls it, straightly opens it without care.
Yeah, you open it, and it's like this size, and you
Yep.
see immediately on top, you see the handle and a leather-bound head of what looks to be an axe.
Oh.
Thought it was
And
just
you
gonna be a
also-
head, and I was like,
You also see what looks to be a small pouch of some kind where the head of the axe is resting on, and you have 2 notes. You have 1 letter and 1 small note at the top, and the note reads. It reads, "Retroactive payment for getting stuck in the snow. Heard you all were still on the chase. Good luck. See you soon. Signed, V. Quinn."
Ooh.
Nice.
There we go.
finally.
All right.
Hey!
Arthur sort of grabs the pouch, and he gives it a
It's
bit of a
hefty
shake.
and it jangles. It jangles.
It jangles.
And it's very
Okay.
heavy.
I sort of hand it to Nana. Nana, could you? It sounds like
Oh.
money. Could you count that out?
Oh yes, definitely. How nice of them to think of us.
Oh, it's about time they thought of us.
Uh,
Sending us
um,
out to this frozen wasteland. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Arthur,
Gerald, you're not wrong. I completely agree with you.
Arthur's going to grab the letter and sort of put it in his lap for now.
Now, well, as you're looking over it, it does say Das Goose on the letter.
Ooh.
on the
Okay,
letter.
I still put it in my lap for now.
Oh, okay.
Sort of just grab the axe from the not from the head,
Yeah.
obviously.
like
from
a hand axe kind of a thing.
yeah.
It
How
looks like a hand axe.
Okay, so Arthur can pick it up easily. So Arthur
Yeah.
sort of just slowly pulls it out and looks at it and goes,
Yeah, the head of it is bound in leather, like a leather sheath, but for an axe.
Arthur, maybe the letter that you put in your lap would tell us more about what you're holding?
Maybe. And I sort of give that to Rudy to hold the axe while I go grab the letter.
Okay.
So this is the goose. It's for
Oh,
you.
Goose. Oh, thank you. Excuse me, give me a quick second. I must acquire something so I can drink this.
We'll take this moment to go on a quick break. If anyone needs to refill
He's
drinks,
just like
I
rummaging
gotta go.
around in his bag, just
Gotta go
looking to
think.
grab those. I'm just like, yes.
As Goose
Yeah.
gets ready to read this letter, we'll take another super
Let's
quick
have a
break.
read of this.
Oh, it's a
So wait,
he's
Goose
just
has
getting a
reading
prop.
glasses?
Goose has reading
I
glasses.
love it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wait,
Well,
does that mean it makes his
I
eyes
have
that
to
are
run
like
off real
now?
quick, regardless.
Yeah,
Sorry?
Break time.
Yeah, all good.
it's a break time. So
Yep.
does that mean Goose is already like now unnatural eyes, or maybe
Yep.
more natural eyes that you think about it, is like super like bigger, like like.
I can't see.
Danny can't see. Oh,
These
dear.
are actually my grandma's glasses.
They are cool.
Can you like? So these glasses, like, are they like? I really kind of like want them to be comically tiny.
Like, this is fine, but on Goose they are like super tiny little spectacles. Barely fits on his head.
Can Goose like whip him out with like a flourish and then like? You know,
Yes. Oh god.
Do they?
Oh, that was-
God,
they,
I
like-
cannot read in this.
Oh my god! Could they have like? I'm just imagining like these dainty tiny little glasses with a freaking neck chain on them as well.
and the reason we haven't seen them now is because they're hidden behind the queef and everything. Like, we just don't see them. They've all been there.
They've been there the entire time. They're just hidden in the feathers.
Goose has got old man glasses.
Oh yes.
I
That's so
love it.
good. That's so cute.
He reads all of his important documents.
Okay.
Josie, we've decided that Goose has always had these glasses hidden in his
In the
his
feathers.
coat, in the feathers.
Yeah.
I have to keep it at the
Always.
very edge of my nose, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see anything. Oh god, I gotta take it off. None of you are
So how
blind.
I
do you
love
feel
it.
about our choices in otherworldly powers?
Look, you made it really hard for me. Really hard, because one seemed like Bard, sort of where Orb was always wanted to go, and where Arthur sort of wanted to go, but, you know, Hunter has been his life, and it was really hard. Look, I did really.
Yeah.
I flipped a coin.
I will tell you, when I
That's basically
did this, when I did this with my Pathfinder group, they all had 3 different to choose from.
Ooh.
What I,
I-
But that was a bit much. That's why I settled down to 2 each.
what I thought was
Yeah.
interesting is that.
Well-
oh, sorry, Danny.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I feel like Ghost got let off easy. He only had one choice. It was just like, you want these awesome powers, and the cost is you have to protect the people that you love? Yes.
Well, you could have gone with whatever was in the hole.
That's true, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
that would involve jumping in a hole.
I mean,
Fair.
Yeah, he could have
that
gone with
Arthur
the
would
beast.
flow.
And you present the goose with, and myself, with awesome, muscular jaguar lady. It was like,
And yeah, three would have been a lot for sure.
Mm,
I mean, I only had one.
Well, you could have committed to your patron, and it. would
They didn't
also
even give me
maybe
their
have had
name.
an
I still don't even know their name.
No, because the person speaking was not your patron. It was just
Yeah.
like your patron's superior,
Yeah, the god of my patron.
pretty much.
Yeah, and I don't even
But-
know who that is.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I had a coin flip thing on my computer, and that's how I decided. Not gonna lie, they were both really awesome choices.
Mm.
Yeah. Speaking of coins, the just super quick. If you'd gone with Desna, the feat name is A Copper for the Song.
oh!
Toss a
That's a
copper
coin.
to
Yeah, I was
your
just
ranger.
thinking, yeah.
What was mine? What was Nivish? I was like, she's so cool.
It was Gnome Gambit,
Nice.
Oh,
Lucky
no.
gnomes.
and
I
if
bet
we're
that
gonna
was
go
it.
all the way through,
I don't want to know.
Absolutely.
Gerald,
I don't wanna
for
know.
Gerald, it would just have been the Bitter Flames.
Ah, you didn't miss that out too
And-
much then.
Rudy, you don't want to know what the other one would have been?
No, I don't need to know.
Okay.
No.
Nah, it's
Does
better. It's
it-
better not to know. I think.
Okay.
Goose is curious.
Does Denny want to hear the one for Goose?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
if
was in the
you
pit.
had gone with whatever was in the pit, what they refer to as the rough beast, the feat name is When the Cage Crumbles.
Oh,
damn.
I feel like
I
everyone
haven't-
went with like the nice options, and Rudy's gone with the darker option.
Both of mine were nice options, though. They were both like.
I am
good
here for it.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Choices
what
are
I think was
valid.
interesting is that I had a choice that I wasn't aware of, because the way I saw it was there was just the dude saying, "Hey, none of you fuck with my shit," and it didn't really. They weren't really saying, "Hey, but you could pick me as well." They weren't really presenting themselves as a
No.
claimant, so I sort of didn't even read them as an option to choose, which is interesting.
It was planned in that fashion.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
we all had
interesting.
the option to not choose. Remember, it was
That's
one
right.
or none.
Yeah.
That's why Rudy almost stepped away entirely until Serenray said something she probably shouldn't have. So there you go.
Serenray must speak the truth.
That's why
Yeah.
Rudy had questions.
What was it? What was it that she said that tipped you?
The lie. Rudy could not lie anymore.
And that would have been.
Lies are required. Lies are required to keep society moving. Was what he said.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But the letter,
Oh, yes.
Dusgoose, holding the letter, it looks like it's been through the ringer. This letter has probably bounced around for a bit in the postal system. But you open it up, it's one small page with incredibly intricate handwriting.
Yes.
In beautiful cursive, it says, "My dear Goose, it hurts me deeply how we parted, but it had to be done. I'm sending you this letter now. The village is in peril. The swamp encroaches on the land faster than it should, and my magic can no longer hold it at bay. I fear the guardian has been injured or worse. Adventurers have been passing through into the marshes, but none have returned. I don't know what to do. What I did was inexcusable after what you did for me, but I asked, please, save me again. Yours ever gratefully, Swan."
Swan! Oh. Oh,
Was that
wait,
Danny or Goose?
that was me. Although I love the idea of Goose being like, no, but Goose is very concerned. Obviously, it's like, oh no, I must head home at once.
Wait, slow down. What has happened?
Let me. My dearest friend, he's like trying to gather his words because there's so much going on in his head. Like, the swamp, the people, the adventures. Oh no, we must return at once.
Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong.
Okay. So, during my travels before I met many of you, I am the Goose. I came across this town that was very mean to this one beautiful woman, very beautiful swan woman, very lovely, a bird of my own heart. But there was much magic in the woods, but I haven't heard of the swamp encroaching on the village. This is new to me. To the goose, new to the Goose. But we must go and find out what's going on. Must return to Malloran.
We can't leave. We have been strictly requested, or almost ordered to remain here.
My honor is to the Swamp Swan Princess. Must protect her if she is in peril.
Where is this place?
The Goose is confused.
But we're in the middle of the. There's no swamp on this continent.
No, it's back towards my hometown. Back towards Malmoran.
Whereabouts is
Concerning,
Malmoran again?
concerning. It's to where is it on the map? It's kind of towards the, like, not before, it's before you hit the ice, but in the southern area of the continent.
Oh,
okay,
it's
so
not
it's
that far. Not
It's not
super
that
far.
far, but we are currently on another mission. So concerning.
So,
Hmm.
sorry, I
Others-
was a little bit lost in thought there. Is this something that is urgent, or can it wait until after our duty is done?
The letter sounds quite urgent. Here, read this for yourself. And he hands the letter out for everyone else to read as well.
And it's this incredibly intricate cursive handwriting.
Oh, very fitting for a swan.
I'm sort of with Goose here. I feel like we owe it to each other to help each other. And if Goose says this is important, then let's do it.
I'm not denying it's not important, Arthur, but we are currently being paid to complete a job.
And the job still be completed. But idea, like, this could be a week or two out of our way, and we could be saving Goose's friends and doing a great deed to Goose.
So you're saying we trudge all the way back through that ice immediately, and then lose our potential lead here?
Oh, realistically, how far away are we from, like, her home village?
If you would travel as far as possible, like by essentially vehicle all the way, it would still take you over 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
Because
I
first
fear-
you'd have to get back to Troll Hat. You'd have to
Yeah.
charter a place on a ship. The ship would take you to Southport, and from there you could rent a carriage.
And
Maybe you
just,
could write a letter back to him, see how.
and just remind me, DM, what was the exact wording again of our mission, of our quest note?
You are to find and apprehend the person wearing the mask.
Yeah.
Because they are under investigation for pretty much murdering a bunch of people and doing weird things. And there are clues leading the sudden upsurge or appearance of undead creatures to this person.
I fear that the time it would take us to get there, solve whatever problem it is that faces this swan, and return, I fear that a month or more would be impossible to pick up the trail once more at that point. I mean, I understand, Goose, whatever you need to do, but I don't know that we have a month. I mean, that would just be purely travel. That would be best case scenario. We wouldn't even know how long it would take to resolve, I mean, whatever this situation is. I feel I agree with Rudy here. We must kind of press on. I feel like we're too deep here to abandon this particular mission at this point. I don't think we have any chance of picking up the trail up again otherwise.
Well, I think you're both right. I think it may be best if we part ways for a while. I think Das Goose needs to follow his heart and protect who he loves and holds dear. And while that is us, he may also need to go back home, and that is okay. And meanwhile, perhaps you, and she holds out the gold, should take the golds that the guild offers and keep on the trail, and we can meet up again. Perhaps we should do this, because we can do both.
Is it safe, though, to send... It's a long and dangerous road back to Troll Hat that we've come down. A number of us have nearly died along the way were it not for the quick actions of the others. I would hate to feel like I'm sending Dusk Goose to their death.
I wonder if the axe has got something to do with it. There could be something with the axe that could help Goose, maybe.
Actually, yeah, we haven't unsheathed it yet. Could we have a good look at the axe?
Well, Goose, you are most well versed in one of these, and Rudy hands Goose the axe.
Alright. I'll have a good look at the axe, take the sheath off of it.
Take the sheath off. The axe head itself has etched into it spiral patterns, and you can feel almost like a draft coming from the axe head.
Draft?
Yep.
Like an icy cold one?
Nope, just air. Like it's ever so faintly, the head of the axe is like exuding air.
Can I give it like a light kind of, and not in anyone's direction, just kind of away from people?
And as you do, there's definitely like a flow of air that just rushes forward.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Swishy. Well, I don't want to really. I do not want to detour from our current mission. It is very important. But this one princess, I am so torn. Perhaps
The sooner we get our mission done, the sooner we can be free of our commitment, and we can. I would certainly be happy to follow you to this much less dangerous sounding mission.
No, it's going to be much more dangerous, Gerald. What are you going on about? It's a swamp.
What?
Have you ever been to a swamp?
No.
You can literally sink if you take one step in the wrong direction. Never seen. Click of the fingers, gone. Rudy can't click, obviously. He just makes
God.
the emotion.
No, that's okay.
And you're
I can.
also
Gerald
super
says.
hungry
gotta-
again.
I was like getting really scared, but
Super
then he
hungry.
was like, then he realizes, oh, I can fly now. It's actually okay.
But if you fly above the canopy, we'll never see you again. You'll never see us again. You'll lose us. You'll be alone. Gerald, it's much safer you be just on the ground with us when we go to the swamp.
What, where I can sink instantly? No, thank you. You can all sink and I'll survive. That's fine.
Right, well, what Gerald's trying to say is that he's definitely in, because he said he's going to fly above us, so Gerald's in. Going to the more dangerous place, yes.
Oh, thank you. It warms my heart to know. It warms the goose heart to know that you all will be with me for this. But perhaps we continue on. But please, as soon as we can, we must travel to her. We must help her and her village. She's worked so hard to become a part of this village. I must be there for her.
I can't turn into
Nana.
anything that flies yet, can I?
No. That is limited. But I will tell you, however, if you've counted the money out that's in the bag,
Yes.
it is 2,800 copper pieces.
A copper piece. You got me excited there for a second. You monster.
So let's see. There's 5
How
of
big
us.
is this bag? 2,800 copper
I mean,
pieces.
it's big.
It's heavy.
a jangly bag.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. So there's 2,800 copper pieces. There's also 600 silver pieces, and 90 gold pieces.
Woo! There's a lot.
So, Arthur, will
So
you stop
everyone gets
calling me this money
560
bags now?
copper.
Oh my god.
So
I am cheating and using a calculator. So y'all get 560 copper. Sorry, how much silver was there?
600.
100 silver? That's 20 each.
wait,
How much
how,
gold?
how much copper? Sorry.
It was 600. It was 600.
Oh,
600.
600 copper?
Yeah, no, silver.
Oh, silver. Oh, okay, sorry.
So that should
So
put you at
600 is
120.
120 silver. Sorry. I heard 100 silver for some reason.
And
then
then
gold?
finally, 90. 90.
gold.
I think
We all get
Rudy asked for
18 gold.
Yeah, how much copper was there? Though
560
20.
each.
560 each. Okay.
560 each.
Dang, that's a lot. Okay.
560 copper, 120 silver, and how much gold each
8
was it?
gold.
18 gold.
18 gold.
Oh, 18.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be able to
This
buy rations.
is
Amazing.
probably more money than Gerald has seen in his life.
Yeah,
Does
pretty
that
sure
make you
Nana
feel a bit more
too.
better about being trapped in this frozen wasteland, Gerald?
Well, it doesn't hurt.
Unless
It's
you try
better.
to take a bite out of it, then it would hurt your teeth. That is.
That's, you raise a good point. I won't test the gold, although gold's pretty soft as far as metals go.
This is true. Actually, speaking of taking bites out of things, do you reckon lunch is ready yet?
Oh, lunch.
We only just had breakfast.
Yeah, but I don't think I ate enough.
Well, this is a buffet. Just go get some more.
Arthur's sort of panicking at not knowing what the time is.
Well, I will say for Rudy, the paper wrapping looks tasty. And you are pretty hungry.
No, Rudy, no.
But
We do
for
not eat
Arthur
things that
will let-
aren't cooking.
It looks so
there's
good,
still
though.
a little bit of time. So what are you all spending your time until lunch?
Arthur's
Well,
preparing himself for
Yeah,
lunch.
Nana has given Arthur the
Psyching himself
bottle.
Um,
Nana asks Rudy if he wants her to fix a little something.
Oh, absolutely, Nana. That would be
So
fantastic.
she makes a little snack.
Yes.
Little snackums. for the group.
Dust Goose, did you want me to properly identify the axe you've got there?
Oh, yes, please. I was just going to have a good look over that, but I believe you have a better eye for that.
Oh, it'll take me 10 minutes. I can tell you exactly what it does.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I was just going to go
Takes some
outside
time.
and swish it around and see what it does.
We're not allowed to go outside, Goose, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Maybe I
we've
can stick my
got
hand
to
out the
stay
window and
inside.
Oh my god.
Goose, we're underground. Goose, we're underground.
There's no windows,
that's right.
Goose. Yes. But
Arthur wants to
I'm
go,
going to set up
sorry.
a ritual cast of identify this axe.
So as you're opening your book and you start writing down, like you're looking over the axe, you're writing your theories and hypotheses about the axe in the book, and it starts forming a picture, and the words starts turning and changing. And after the 10 minutes are up, you know that this is a gale axe.
Gale axe. Ooh.
Galax.
Cool.
It should be
All right.
searchable in the equipment section. It's a
Got
homebrew
it.
item that I've made.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I see it. Okay. So I come back to Goose and I say, all right. I think this is probably up your alley, though it is a lot lighter than you would typically, gesturing to your great axe. I know this is a bit smaller, but well, it might do. So with this, as you notice, it does have some sort of an air enchantment of some sort. It seems to be magically imbued. This should do additional damage and be significantly easier to wield, mechanically, +1 axe, as it's magic. You should find that the balance is very good as well. You should be able to throw this a little bit further than you typically could a normal hand axe. Also, it has a command word, which I won't say. I'll tell you the command word, but I won't, because I'm holding it right now. I don't want to. Anyway, it'll cause a lot of winds to gather around the blade, and then for a few seconds at least, you will be able to. You should be able to use this at range, without actually throwing the axe.
Oh.
You should be able to, I believe it's got enough magic to do this once a day.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
I hand you the Gale axe, and I whisper the command word in his ear.
Oh, is it?
Which is a Jotun Blast.
Oh, okay. I really want to try it out. This puts a smile on Goose's face.
So it's very good. It actually gives you a ranged option, Goose, because I know sometimes you've found yourself very, out of reach of the things you want to chop. I think this somewhat solves that, potentially.
It's very frustrating being too far away from the things to smash.
I can understand this. This is why I favor spells.
Oh, I imagine. Excellent. Thank you.
The hours go by, eventually, Arthur Orblet, you feel like it is indeed lunchtime.
Okay. Arthur quickly goes to Rudy before he exits the room. Rudy, I need a scent, like a good smelling scent of oils or something. Do you have anything I could?
Arthur. And Rudy puts a hand on Arthur's shoulder, which is actually really, really cold, but like not the same as the air cold. Arthur.
Yes.
You got this. You don't need a scent. You don't need to cover up your natural pheromones, mate. You got this. All right?
Your musk.
I believe in you, Arthur.
Musk.
Thank
Have
you.
a shower.
Arthur's already had two.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And as Arthur leaves, you step up the stairs, you walk all the way back up. You see on the desk, there's a little plaque that says, "On lunch, in office." And there is a door behind the counter that just says office on it.
So Arthur's got the bottle of wine in hand, just slowly walking up to the door.
And we will do it like this. You walk inside, you open the door, and the door is opened for you. It's dark, candlelit, and before the hour is up, the bottle is empty, and you've had a wonderful time.
The bottle is empty, and so is Arthur.
Josie, did Arthur just get lucky?
Look, I think
Well,
I like how it
depends
was
on
glossed over.
perspective. Madame Tusk prefers to think of that she's lucky to be able to claim that she's been with an elf.
Okay.
Wait,
so
hang on. Madame Tusk is an orc, right? Or was it
Half
half orc?
orc.
Half orc, yeah. So
Yeah.
so is it right to
Yeah.
presume Arthur would have been manhandled a little, yeah?
It was
I
actually
hope
a
so.
very sweet, sensitive time. It was very relaxed. You
Aw.
talked some at first, and it was very. The only way to describe it is like it was soft and tender. It was
Aw.
very nice.
Very sensual.
Oh.
There you go. Lovely.
Yeah.
We didn't even yeet him across the room. I'm a little
Yeah, I
disappointed.
know. We'll find a full orc for Arthur next, okay?
I mean, Arthur's
Like,
not a
then
gnome. He's very difficult
You
to
might
yeet.
have like a scratch mark or two on your back.
Who's to say?
Worth it.
And but as you exit the room, what happens, however, as you exit the room, is that you see someone who is reaching over the counter and digging through the coffers.
I get. Hey! Stop that!
Yeah, and I would like cue guest.
Oh,
We
what?
wait for a moment, and Denny should be getting a notification that someone wants to
Nani?
join our call.
Guest time.
A guest? What?
Yes, I knew it!
Oh!
I knew it!
Heck, my layout needs
You
to change.
unmuted
Unmute
just a quick-
yourself.
Unmute.
Unmute
Unmute.
yourself.
Hello.
How am I gonna? I can't even see them.
Hello!
Oh, Gouda! Oh my God!
Oh, I don't want to be mean now. Get my bow and start whacking you with it. Now
You know what happens? No, or you know what happens if you bully this character. You know what happens as soon as we go off stream.
I know. Now I gotta re-look into what I'm doing.
Should we also describe the character that he's about to bully too?
Yes, if you were I assume you were just here, but you
Amazing.
essentially
Yes.
you were just reaching over the counter and
Heck.
going through like the cash register, pretty much.
Mhm.
Arthur still goes, "Hey, stop! You, yes, you, stop doing that."
There we go.
Stop in the name of the law.
So the character that you're yelling this at looks really young. Number one.
You can't yell at a kid, Arthur.
Number
I feel
two,
bad already.
when this character looks at you, the eyes are kind of glazed over like they're blind. Uh-oh.
Arthur, you're a dick.
Usually he thinks with his dick, but now he's actually being a dick, you know?
Hey,
If
all
you
the
look
blood's
closer,
gone
they
from
seem
that.
to have a walking stick.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Amazing.
Arthur, what have you done?
Arthur, you're a monster.
Arthur, Curry changed the way you word that.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god.
Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, as you're yelling out, as Arthur is yelling, "Hey, you there!" The person at the counter, you just grab like a handful of coins, and just like you just got your hands full of coins right now, like caught in the act.
Hand in the cookie jar.
Arthur sort of takes hold of their hand to make sure they can't, like, they're like that. Arthur sort of grabs them by the hand and goes, "Just let go what you have. It's okay. We can sort this out."
If you look around, then there's people starting to like glance over your way.
People are looking at us. We could talk about this. Just let go and let's talk.
Drops the coins just like that. Doesn't want to make a scene.
We can talk about this. Can we go somewhere more private?
Yes.
People-
I've got a room with some friends here.
Yeah.
Let's
Friends?
look down.
Wait, friends?
Look, they're friendly friends. They're friendly friends.
Okay, just not here. Just not here.
Yeah. And I kind of grab your hand because your eyes are glazed over. I'm assuming that you are blind, so I'll kind of grab your
Oi!
hand.
Hands off!
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, he's
can I,
apologizing to
Capable
the
of
thief. He
walking
was
by
just about.
myself and pretends to do the walking stick thing.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Okay, well, just this way, and Arthur points in that direction.
What way?
Arthur kind of feels defeated even before they start.
Just lead the way. I'll follow.
All right, we're just now. Arthur's being obnoxiously like, "It's this way. Just follow my voice."
I can hear. You're too loud.
Wait, where's Madame Tusk?
This is really like.
Just as you're walking down, starting to head down the stairs, the door to the office opens, and Madame Tusk just walks over, sort of like corrects herself. She's brushing her hair a little bit, just like.
Arthur wants to just
And you head
quickly
down the
pull
stairs.
it.
George kind of pointedly head snaps. Keeps walking.
Nice.
So good.
I show our friend to the room, and I sort of peek my head in first and go, "Hey guys,
Hmm?
Yeah.
What is it, Arthur?
Yeah.
I have someone with me."
Why are you bringing
Arthur,
them
we're
in here?
not getting involved in another orgy.
I
No,
thought you
no.
had a room for this.
Another
No.
an orgy. Excuse me. Respect.
Wait, who's that voice?
Just look, just
Arthur,
Oh,
don't be
just
rude.
open the
Bring
door.
Just
him
get
in.
in.
Arthur just opens up the door, just like, just come in, This is my friends.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Ah,
well, can we
yes,
know what your
I
character
see.
looks like?
And
Oh my god.
who might you be?
Oh no, mine count too. I'm sorry. Yes.
Gouda, yes.
Buddha, yes.
It's here for a Gouda time, not a long time.
No.
We're gonna use them all up tonight.
Yes, I got one as well. Oh, yeah.
That's 3 now tonight.
Why? Did you want more? You can do that.
No.
Anyway,
I sort of go. I caught. Sorry, are you a him, her? I didn't actually.
Them.
Them.
What? Can you describe your character to
yeah,
us?
Yeah,
well,
sorry.
tell us what we're seeing
Okay.
here.
Josie could probably explain my race better than me, if you'd like.
So yeah, I'll describe. This person looks small, young. We're talking like early teens. We're talking.
Okay.
The person looks like an early teenager.
Okay.
The
Mhm.
eyes look glossed over, just like they're useless, like you would see in a creature that's lived in darkness.
Mhm.
And on any exposed skin, you can see where someone would have freckles or liver spots. This person has like tiny, tiny glowing dots that also seem to be connected by lines.
Oh.
Oh.
And long, almost elven-looking ears, but none of the other elven traits.
Oh,
interesting.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I like
It's got to be.
it.
Well-
it's
the
got to
name
be
is
Celestial or
Jort? Is
Genasi,
that right?
right?
George.
It's a
George.
homebrew, Roju.
Oh, it's a homebrew. Oh, cool.
Well, I just caught this person in the till upstairs, and I said to him, "Let go of the money. We can talk about it. We can be fine as long as let go of the money." And we came down here to talk. So
I'd also like to say the clothes look very ratty. What George is wearing right now,
Poor
very
George.
poor.
Yelling
Now,
at us.
Looks like he's been living in nature a little.
So,
Oh,
I George, obviously you need money. Is it just to get by every day, or
Do you need a snack? And Nen is already making something,
why,
so there's
Arthur?
really
Why
no
have
point
you
in
brought?
saying no.
Why have you brought the thief in here?
just we don't know the reason?
No
And
offense,
I wanted
George.
to. I wanted.
Was it
George.
George? I'm Gerald. I'm pleased to meet you.
Ah, another G.
Yes, G.
And I will say the high. What's everyone's passive perception, except for George?
Perception 10.
15.
13.
Passive is without any.
It should
It's,
say
under
on the left
senses, on the
side
left side.
under
Under
your saving
senses.
throws. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Passive
Wisdom
perception
perception.
is 12.
Mine's a
12?
9.
Okay. I would say Arthur and Rudy. After a moment, you realize that while George is walking with a stick and doing the whole blind walk thing, never bumps into anything. Ever. Like, even the stick always seems to miss everything by an inch.
Nice one, George.
George. Hey,
Yes?
George. Can you walk over to the corner of the room?
Now George pretends to be failing. George pretends to like stumble over something a little.
I really
You
don't.
know,
Pins it up just a little bit.
George, when I used to work in a cathedral, we used to get all sorts. You know, the dead,
Oh my god.
the ill,
Are you
the
threatening me?
lame, all looking for handouts. And then there was those who pretended to be lame, asking for handouts. You wouldn't be pretending to be lame, because that would just be that'd be horrible. That'd be
Do
downright
I look
dirty.
like I can see? With the deadpan expression, do I look like I can see? Are you insulting me right now?
Maybe
Oh, it
maybe you
depends if
can.
Perhaps we can get back to the point, Arthur, of why have you brought a thief into our rooms?
Well, look, there could be
Look,
a
nobody
reason
should
why
talk on an
she.
empty stomach.
Why there could be a reason why George is trying to take money.
Yes,
we can
because
find
they're a
out the
thief,
reason why.
Arthur.
Yeah, but it could be just to get a loaf of bread. Like,
Then steal a loaf of bread.
Now
Josie,
everyone,
can I
sit
kind
down.
of like scan the room to see who seems the most sympathetic right now?
It would be me.
Well, yeah, definitely the gnome.
It would be me.
Definitely the gnomes.
Alright.
I'm the one making you the food.
Yeah, Gerald grew up on the streets. He's got no sympathy.
Rudy also has very little sympathy here.
Nana adopts everyone. It's literally me.
Arthur's giving
Yeah,
the benefit of the
I
doubt.
would say that Gerald definitely gets a big nostalgia trip back to growing up. Like you recognize these hustles.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
run these hustles.
Alright. George switches to a different tactic now.
Mm,
The sympathy card.
of course.
Look, I'm not trying to hustle anyone. I was barely taking any. You can probably ask your friend here. I had like 3 coins in my hand when he caught me. I wasn't gonna take much. I just wanted just enough to get some bread. I got
Roll a
caught. I was gonna
deception check.
leave. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Gerald, didn't I tell you?
Yes, you said that they had a handful of coins.
Since you're not hooked up to the Beyond 20, just tell us what you get.
I only got a 12.
But Arthur,
Well,
if they were actually blind, how did they know that was where the money was and to exactly reach over that? They can't tell with a stick by hitting it.
I can hear perfectly fine. She went ka-ching earlier.
Yes,
I
I'm
heard
sure you
what the
can.
ka-ching was.
I'm sure you can see very well as well, George, if that is your real name.
It is, thank you.
I
remember.
I grew up with people like you. I see what you're doing.
Oh, really? Wow. He like pats the arm a little bit. You've grown up with people like me.
Yes.
Arthur sort of goes to Nana and goes, oh, make sure you put an extra scoop in for George.
Yeah, Nana's kind of busy pushing everyone onto the cushy beds so that everyone's
Hold on.
my so
Hold
that
on, how
tempers
about we
don't like.
just-
Everyone sit
I
down.
I pull out my my pen, and I just throw it at George's face.
Whoa.
Just like a pen. No, just like a light thing, because obviously they
okay.
can see. And to be able to not react, I think would be very difficult.
What would you roll for that?
I mean, it's up to George if you react or not.
George is looking.
George.
Yeah, so I just like take like a. I mean, it's essentially like a quill, and I just like.
Oh, Quill is gonna barely
Quill?
even make it over there.
Then I will point out. George, you wouldn't possibly know that it's a quill. You would just know that a sharp object was thrown towards you. Something with a pointy end.
And I know that it's at my face.
Oh yes, it's absolutely at your face.
Or would it be kind of a little bit obscure because it's in the air?
You can definitely tell it's.
Well, I'm throwing it specifically so you do see it. That's the whole. That's the whole
I'm not
thing.
convinced you can see though. I don't think you can.
I'm assuming.
I think you can feel, but I don't think you can see. I think you're freaking tough.
Oh,
That's my personal thought here.
My mind immediately went to Toph.
Mm.
That would be pretty.
That's
cool.
why.
Out of character, that would be very cool.
Yeah, George is going to trip.
Nice. And of course, Nana fusses. Oh, are you all right? See, this
And
is why
falls
everyone's
fully on the
singing.
ground. Fully. Not just a stumble, so
Face
it's
first. Oh my god.
like stick is out of hand, rolls a little bit away. Fully on the ground.
I will say like this. Gerald, you roll insight, and George rolled deception.
My
And the
insight's
higher one
garbage,
wins.
so here we go.
I'm rolling again. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, if only
deception.
Rudy was in on this. God damn it.
13.
21.
Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
it looks like George trips. It just happens to be at the same time, but it definitely looks like George trips and just falls.
Arthur
see,
runs
this is
over
why
to help.
Everyone should be sitting.
help
Everyone
build back
should
up.
be sitting, and no one would be fussed, and then we wouldn't have trippage happen.
What,
right,
what
George.
did it, what
Take
did
a
it
seat
even
again.
look like they tripped over?
I mean, enough
Well, the
for us to
room
be
is
convinced.
covered in like different pelts and furs and blankets.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know how cleanly you all are as hotel guests.
Not particularly. I mean, don't we have
I was
like
gonna say,
bedding on the
Das
floor
Goose
and
is with
stuff
us.
as well? Like,
No.
Yeah, this shit.
Yeah,
is-
you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
extra.
okay, so yeah, it looks fairly, but like it looks like it's reasonable that this could have been something that they actually tripped on. All right.
And I will say, George, you are surprised. You did not expect a soft landing, but the texture of the furs that you land on, pretty nice.
Kind of feels around like, guys, is this carpet? Like
That's a
a
bed.
sense of like, whoa,
Nice carpet.
nice.
And Gerald kind of like grumbles, like, "Oh, maybe I was wrong this time." But
Rudy gives a very knowing sort of nod to Gerald and a bit of a sly wink.
yeah, and I go and pick up my quill, and I'm like, "But still, the fact remains: why are you bringing just a random thief into our room with our valuables, Arthur?
It's called
Oblit the
helping-
Third,
Well, it's called being helpful to the
thief,
community. Well,
who's trying to take our belongings potentially. For all I know, I don't know. What? Explain yourself, George. What is going on? What do you hope to gain out of this, Arthur? I completely do not understand.
I just want to turn George's life around just a little bit. I know I can't.
Taking up a
today.
mentorship.
know them!
You
Arthur, you
But
just
they look down on their luck. They look like they're down on
Arthur,
their
there's an
luck.
entire buffet upstairs. There is a lunch buffet upstairs.
Yeah, there's literally food that you can grab with your hands.
All you can eat.
It's all you can eat.
George obviously couldn't afford that.
George,
Arthur,
do you
you
want
can.
us to? You already have access to this buffet. Just get them a plate.
Oh, Nana, let's take George upstairs. They obviously
Wait, everyone.
Well, why
first of all-
don't we just sit down and let George tell us what is going on?
Thank you, Goose. I think that would be a very good thing. George, would you like to have the proverbial floor? She kind of looks at where he
It's like on his face. Yeah.
Wording, baby.
Just sit down there, have some food. Donna, you made some food. Sit down, have something to eat, and let us talk. Let us
Nana
talk.
feels regret
We'll
as
sit
a
down for
bonus
you.
action.
So why aren't we handing you to the authorities? I guess is the question.
I gave the money back.
Oh,
That's
tell
the
us
start.
why
I
you're
bet-
here.
I technically didn't steal anything. Technically didn't do anything wrong because I put
I-
it back.
I'm sure the guards will be very pleased to hear that.
Duskus
Yes,
would like
I'm
to
sure.
sit down on the floor with George, just kind of cross-legged, and like, now, what brings you to the inn? How did you end up here?
I walked until I found a building. I heard people. I smelled food. I came in.
Okay, well, where did you walk from?
A different city.
Oh, which city? Which city? We just came from another city ourselves. We walked much distance to get here.
Many
We
much.
walked for weeks in the snow and the blizzards and the
Many
death.
Yes. How did one so incumbent as yourself come to make it through the frosty plains?
Yeah, it's not that cold, and I got my stick. I'm good.
Press F to
That's
doubt.
very
Yeah.
impressive.
X to doubt in chat, please. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Goose doesn't doubt this at all. He's impressed.
Okay. Anyone
a
who wants
very
to
brave
may roll an
individual.
anyone who wants to may roll an insight check.
Thank you.
I feel like I've
I'm
already.
I'm not doing that. Arthur fully believes.
I mean, I already had my go with the quill, so I'm
16.
like,
16.
Am I rolling deception?
I'm not. I mean,
Well,
Inside.
you're technically not lying. It's the truth to you. You walked and you ended up here. That's literally what happened.
That's incredible. We had to fight many more
No,
beasts.
no. If the climate suddenly changed while walking, that's not up to you, right? That's not on you. No one can blame you for that.
I don't control the weather. What do you think I am? A wizard?
Oh, George, what's with your skin?
Excuse me?
I don't think you
Arthur
just ask
Warblet,
someone
then
that,
she takes
Arthur.
him by the little pointed ear. We do not ask guests about physical appearances unless they're willing to first talk about them, because it can be very offensive to some people. Now you need to go apologize.
Oh my god, you don't just ask people why they're white.
Daddy.
Danny! God damn, Danny!
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to quote Mean Girls.
It's necessary. And losers, we're going shopping.
Arthur goes back. I'm sorry, George, that I said it in such that way, but your skin looks unique. I've never seen it before.
What's it look like?
Well, obviously,
Yeah, George genuinely has no idea.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
This is better than the top episode, let me tell you. We're there.
That's what
I fucking love George.
Oh my god.
This is great.
George needs to stay.
Oh my god.
Arthur's a bit awkward about the response to that. And he goes,
Temprical, thank you so much
it's
for the
gorgeous. Like, you have beautiful skin.
Nana actually takes a moment to describe what it looks like to George, and goes,
And
"This
George,
is what." Yeah.
you've seen shades of gray in your life, never color.
What?
You've no
Every
concept of
time Nana
colors.
says like a different description, what's that?
And she goes like
Okay, what's
deep.
that?
It's like one of those like little kids just asking, and you have to go deeper and deeper until eventually there's just no other explanation. And she kind of goes, "Well, that's it." You know, like she runs out of explanation.
But what shade of gray is that?
Oh, I see.
Oh, very funny. Okay.
Oh, that wasn't on purpose. That wasn't on purpose. Josie, it was accidental.
No, I'm not citing anything. I didn't change anything. That was just
I'll do plenty of purposeful ones. Don't you worry about that.
I was just
Uh,
thinking we might need the burn unit for more than just Arthur.
So Nana maybe thinks that she kind of gets what's going on. She says, "George, if I may be bold enough to ask, do you see in any color, or do you only know gray?"
Is that gray? Point to something random.
Probably to you, yes.
You have no concept of colors at all, not even shades
okay.
of gray right now.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I think my description hasn't maybe been very helpful to you, but you do not look like anyone we've come across before, and we were very curious about where you were from. We would love to hear your story if you're willing to tell it.
I'm from that
God.
way.
Oh, that's
You're
very
from the
helpful.
bathroom?
Oh.
You're from the kitchen.
No, Goose, that's the
Further.
bathroom, not the kitchen.
Is that beyond?
No. It's bed, bath, and then beyond.
And beyond.
Ah, sorry, wrong order.
I knew where you were going. Well played.
Well done. I appreciate the jokes.
But actually, for realsies, why is George here, Arthur? And for what reason are we going to be keeping them in our company for the
Well,
for any amount of
Gerald,
time?
I was just trying to be kind. I'm actually as confused as you now, to be honest.
Well, there's a simple solution here, guys. We give George some food, and George goes on their way.
Can I detect thoughts on Rudy?
Sure.
Nice. What the hell does that
So
Uh-oh.
I want Rudy. Now I want Rudy. Just tell us what is the very frontmost thought in your mind.
Rudy is terrified that this newcomer is a foe.
Okay, and I do believe
what he is.
that if you want to pry deeper, Rudy has to roll a save, correct?
Yes. You said you
Are-
were afraid George is a what?
An enemy.
A foe.
Foe.
An enemy.
An enemy.
He's
Oh,
on
foe.
edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also hungry.
Still hungry.
Very hungry.
Next, George is going to suggest. Look, I don't mean you guys any harm. All I want is to eat and to live. I don't like fighting.
And what
Okay.
exactly are you suggesting, and to whom?
To Rudy, I am suggesting I'm not a foe. I don't like fighting. It's very obvious by my appearance. I am not a fighter.
So you're suggesting that Rudy stops being afraid of you.
Yes.
Okay. I need Rudy to roll a wisdom save, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
This is getting interesting now.
Oh.
Very interesting.
No, wisdom is Rudy's cup of tea. 18.
Okay.
Oh, damn. That wisdom save,
Does
yo.
does the target know that you cast the spell?
Let me double check,
Was
but
it
I
actually-
believe so, yes.
Was it actually a spell that you cast, or was it an innate? Okay.
Oh.
What components does it have, though? Because perhaps I would have noticed a spell being cast.
Well, the verbal components are giving the suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other components, though, or is it just
I
verbal?
believe it is somatic, so
So it required a gesture.
it does require a gesture, yes.
Okay, would I have been able
But
to catch that?
I could say roll an Arcana check
Sure, yeah.
for Gerald. But yeah, does suggestion say anything specific in the fate, like if they succeed? Does it just say they are unaffected?
It's a 17, by the
I'm
way, on my
looking for
Arcana.
it.
And
I
you
looked at it
you can definitely say it's very subtle and it's different from yours, but it was definitely the trace of magic. But it's not. It's different. It's very different from how you would cast magic.
Right, but I definitely recognize it as a spell. Hold on right there, young man.
Hang on, what was... I want to know about what the save was first, just to...
Oh, yes, go on. Yeah, yeah. Do that first, and then I'll do my thing.
Nothing real. I believe. I just want to know if you're aware that something tried to pry into your mind or not.
It
That's the
doesn't
only thing.
say that they would notice, but I might be missing it.
No, it usually in those instances it would definitely say that they notice. So it says the spell didn't take hold. Rudy doesn't notice that it was happening.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it...
Also, before we go any further, can I just ask, is George he, him, or are we using the wrong pronouns?
He, him.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Cool.
The little
So...
pubescent-looking boy.
I love that. I love that for him. Little stinker.
Yes.
So, I'll be like, you hold on right there, young man. Rudy, he just tried to cast a spell.
Oh, it's my walking stick. It's so I can follow around the room a little bit.
You may or may not be able to see, but if you were able to see, you would see that it says wizard across my hat. I know a spell cast when I see one, young man, and you...
And I will say, is the wizard words, are they embroidered or are they painted?
Embroidered. The like patches that have been sewn on.
Yeah, so you can tell that they are there. You can tell it says wizard,
Oh my god.
but it's spelled with two
I
Z's.
I pretend not to see. I stifle a little bit of a laugh.
Yeah, so as you start confronting each other, as Gerald says, you should have seen it says wizard. We're gonna wrap up here for this week because we've run a few minutes over time.
Ooh.
It's okay.
But we'll have George with us again next week.
Yay!
Yay!
Guys,
And,
if George can teleport,
Yeah,
we
can
can
I just
totally
say
save
that-
Benny's village. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, if George can teleport, then like we should go to this.
We go say swamp princess.
We gotta say swamp.
I just want to say that I don't feel as bad being mean now. Considering how, like, you know, the other two party members, how they're treating the poor
Oh,
Hey,
child.
Rudy's just hangry, okay?
The
Rudy's
poor
just
person.
angry.
Like that, then you think it's fine.
Rudy,
I
Rudy
love
is
that Gouda
actually
is
hangry now.
here, but like as far as Gerald is concerned, you just bought some random thief off the streets
Who is
into
now
where
casting spells.
into our area who's now casting spells on us and trying to play it off.
He was just trying to be kind and.
Oh,
it's
Arthur.
backfired.
He
It's
just needed.
backfired.
I mean, look, that's
Nana's up,
classic
dude.
Arthur. That's classic
Boys.
Arthur.
It is classic Arthur. Like,
Tries to
you
do
know,
something
he's
for good
walked
reasons.
out of one
and-
room,
yeah.
you know, light-headed and wiggly-legged into
Oh my God.
another situation
I
where
literally forgot that happened.
Although, I can't help but feel a little bad for Gouda who's come in and like we all in character have instantly started being aggressive.
Yeah.
So I do apologize.
I mean,
It was expected.
It's
Yeah.
a sketchy character. It's
Super
a straight up
sketchy.
sketchy person.
yeah.
It was expected.
It'd be weirder if we
Good,
weren't
good,
being
I'm
like,
glad.
if we were just like, yeah, come on in, random thief. Yeah, you're one of us now. Let's go on an adventure.
Nana and I are on the same page.
My patron literally wants me to have drinks with people. Okay, you step off.
You gotta
I-
offer a drink.
I don't know, my new
step-
patron
no, that's
might want
mine.
me to.
That's
Yeah,
my
I
special
mean-
class. Don't touch it.
But we're gonna need
My new
to.
patron might want me to take a bite out of someone soon. If we
Oh boy.
But the
If we
I
got
think
any
we need
quick
a.
questions from chat, just like super quick questions while we're running up, we could grab.
Any
And I
Oh,
will
yes.
say
Friend
it's not
George?
it's not necessarily tough. It's much more like Netflix Daredevil, where it's like all the other senses.
Right.
I gotcha. But I was
Nice.
like, as soon as you said like you didn't trip, but then like you literally can't, you honestly don't know what your skin looks like. I was like, fucking tough. Those textures, but that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Great, Daredevil. I love it.
That's so cool.
But yeah, we've and all of the party members except for George, you level up.
Hey.
How much XP was that?
Ooh,
It means you set your XP to 14,000.
Okay, cool.
7 to 14,000.
Yeah.
Set to 14,000.
Josie,
And
A
I
quick
will
question.
for the purpose of people in my chat who's wondering, because I know there's someone here who missed the actual god choosing. And I will say Arthur had the option of choosing between the hunter god and the bard god and went for the hunter. Eristil the Deadeye. Goose had the options between Katsutal, Mother Jaguar, a hunter gatherer god, or Ravagug, the rough beast, the god of destruction.
Oh, it's good that you didn't go with that. Kind of happy we didn't go that way, yeah.
yeah.
And for Gerald, it was either to commit to the cause of his warlock patron, Selishkar the Bitter Flame, but he instead went for Nethys, the all-seeing eye, god of magic. Nana had the options between Nivi Rhombodactyl, the Polychrome, the High Roller, who offered to simply help you with your ailment and some other little abilities, and also she's the goddess of gnomes and gambling. You also could choose Caden Kalian, aka the Accidental God, god of revelry, drinking, and freedom. And Rudy, you had the options of sticking to your chosen god Serenray, the goddess of truth, healing, justice, or Urgathoa, the pallid princess, goddess
Wait,
of the
what?
undead And
The Pallid Princess
Gluttony.
Josie.
Yeah. You didn't hear her
missed
say that?
one.
No, I missed
Did you
that
say
one.
Yeah, she said it right
Yeah.
as they
Yeah.
shook hands.
Yep.
She was
Yeah.
like something
Yeah.
Pallid Princess. I was like, fuck me. Cool.
No, I missed that bit. Fuck.
Yep.
Yep.
So
That's
And-
complicating
and
things significantly.
Rudy chose the Pallid Princess.
Our enemy. Good, great, excellent.
But that was
Hey, at least
after.
we
Hold
can't
on,
die,
can we
though.
Can we wait? I mean, that was said after I chose. Just
Yeah.
for the record, that was said after
It was
I
as
chose.
yeah. Rudy only got the name Urgathoa, and as he shook her hand, she says, "You made a good deal choosing the Pallid Princess."
Did
Rudy
he
feel
realize?
regret as a bonus action? Because I
The only
It
thing
was
Rudy
at
has
that
felt-
moment Rudy knew he fucked up.
No, the only thing Rudy felt since waking up is hunger and frustration.
feels about right.
Oh,
All
no.
right, well, that's
Yeah.
And just a reminder, I think the feat was never hunger again,
Which is ironic.
despite being hungry all the time.
Well, it does. No, but it does come with an additional little thing that
Oh yeah,
Ozzy is not mentioning regarding
love
the
it.
hunger.
yeah. It's so fucking good.
I don't know what I do besides my thing, which I don't. Are we mentioning them? Like I don't mind. I think I
we
already yelled
could,
it out.
if people want them to be open to each other in the audience, I could simply.
You can
go
tell
through
me
them one at a time.
mine, because I'm sure I'm missing something, or if mine is really
Well,
just
sweet
quite simple.
barley brew literally says you're immune to fear.
Yeah.
For as long
feel
as you
like-
have this feat, and when you wild shape, you can become a K-hound,
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fucking.
Which
sick.
which is a
Still
big,
sounds like a
big-ass
drug
dog.
thing to me.
Yeah, it's a dog. It comes from Cadence Hounds, K-hound.
Ah, gotcha.
and it's basically you can turn into an ochre-colored, massive mastiff, and it has like lightning bites.
Sick.
Nice.
I'm a Pokemon, man.
You're a Pokemon.
I'm a Pokemon.
Amazing.
And
I love
Gouda,
it.
thanks for being here. Gouda was sitting, like,
Yes.
just waiting.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
I
having
really
me.
took
Cool
so long.
to, cool to have
Yeah.
you.
No,
Yeah,
it's
we
fine.
tend to ramble.
Decisions are
I'm sorry.
hard.
I was enjoying
Decisions are hard.
watching.
And if anyone wants to know what it was they forfeited,
I absolutely want to
willing
know.
to-
I won't mind. I want to know though. I
Yeah,
definitely want to
tell
know.
me.
for Nana, if
Mhm.
you'd gone with Nivir Rhombodactyl, you would have 1. Gotten the benefits of the lucky feat,
That's pretty cool.
and 2. You would have been able to only once, say that a roll is a net 20.
Oh,
But
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
But after you've done so, I can then impose a nat 1
Ah,
on you whenever I want.
that's so good. That's so good.
I like have to save an inspiration point for that
Oh,
certain.
I love it.
Oh man.
I feel like
No,
that
that would be. This
overrule it,
would be
though.
override. This would be
Yeah,
override.
this
Oh,
is
so
divine
any-
intervention,
yeah,
right?
dang.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
curious
Nana's
about
not
that.
as much of a gambler though, so I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like this fit
But
her a
while
little
I
bit
was
better,
going
but-
through the options,
Those are
I
cool,
still
though.
felt like the goddess of gnomes would definitely come to your aid if you
Oh,
wanted.
absolutely, yeah. And I honestly, those both sound pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I'm
So,
happy with
Anyone
my
else
choice,
who
but
wants
also
to
I'm
know
like,
what
those
they
would have been
all right.
cool.
Tell me about the Sacred Flame. What would they have done for me?
Okay, we'll do Roju, Orb, Denny.
George.
For Roju, if you'd gone with the Bitter Flame, you
Oh,
would have
Bitter
gone
Flame, sorry.
the feat called the Bitter Flames, which just says that whenever, through a Warlock feature, be it
Hmm.
feature or spells, if you deal fire damage, the creature takes the same amount of damage again at the start of their turn.
Whoa, what?
You're a Pokemon too.
Jesus Christ. You know I
But
can
just
cast
once, it's like
Fireball, right?
Yep.
That could... Oh my god, what if I, like, rolled, like, 30 damage on a Fireball, and then just like, oh, you get to take 30 damage next turn as well, everyone. Whoa.
Yep.
You and Goose would decimate.
Yeah, so basically
Yeah,
all my
for-
fire spells crit? Jesus.
It would be insane, yes.
Yes.
For Arthur Orblet III, the feat called A Copper for the Song would have given you access to the bardic feature Song of Rest,
Ooh.
and whenever you use said feature, that rest constitutes as a long rest for you and only you.
Ah.
Ah.
Hmm.
If you were going to say the whole party, I'd be like, what?
Nope.
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
would have been like
That would have been
needs
OP.
It would
to
still be
Yeah.
you would all still get the benefits of the Song of Rest, which is an extra healing
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
doing hit dice.
Which is still good.
But it would be a long rest for Arthur.
Wow.
And for Denny, the Ravagug, the rough beast, offered you a boon called When the Cage Crumbles. And this one would have been a fucking wild card, I will point out. It says, whenever you drop an enemy to 0 hit points, it constitutes as casting a Shatter spell at your own feet at 2nd level. You are immune to the damage.
Oh.
Oh,
But,
shoot.
caveat,
Oh my god.
you also have to succeed a fairly difficult wisdom save, and if you fail that save, the next creature that comes within 5 feet of you, you have to attack.
Okay, your wisdom's not that high, so I'm actually kind of. I think we
Yeah,
got.
that's
Whoa.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
What is
God
that
of
wisdom?
Destruction is
I don't
right.
think that high wisdom is -1.
Oh man.
I'd be
Whoa.
killing everybody.
Amazing.
Oh god, that'd be
Yeah.
terrifying.
You're not very wise, but you chose wisely, I think.
Yeah.
Do you, Ozzy, do you want to know what you
Look,
skipped
I mean,
out?
you may as well. You may as well. If everyone else is shared, go for
I
it.
may as
We,
well.
we won't.
Well,
we
it's
won't
just,
judge
it's just the
anything.
one
We
that you
think it's
skipped.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the
You
one that
guys cannot.
I'm just curious.
You guys cannot know what I've picked until it gets revealed. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's fine.
That's alright. That's alright. Yeah.
All good.
It's called. I have to bring it up because it's one of the ones I keep forgetting. The other ones I know by heart, but for some reason I keep forgetting if this one has an extra feature or just the one. I think I called it the Light of Dawn.
Hmm.
And it says that whenever you use your Channel Divinity feature
Mhm.
to either turn undead or preserve life, you get both effects.
Shit, That's
Wow.
pretty cool. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
sorry, I was like totally zoning. So you get both from.
My channel
It's
divinity,
because,
so I yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Instead of
pretty
having to choose to either turn all undead within an area or heal all allies in an area, he
does
can do
both.
both at once.
Wow.
cool. Nice.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Not gonna
let's see.
lie, I think what I've gone is a bit better than
Yeah, the Light of Dawn.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
Mm.
It also says that your Sacred Flames still deal half damage, even if the enemy succeeds on their
okay.
saving throw.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
another
It's-
chip damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's.
Hey, I've
yeah.
actually got no regrets, but I think the other ones were equally cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy because otherwise I would I wanted to know though. I really did. I was just like,
Mm.
what did I miss out on? But yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm very
mine's
excited
pretty.
for Cat's Tall.
The one that I actually took is pretty straightforward. It just gives me some. I can pick a specific spell and I can just cast it a number of times equal to my intelligence modifier each day.
That's cool.
I might go in and tweak them for balancing purposes now that we've like established them.
Mm-mm.
So I might go in and tweak them a little bit. But yes.
Yeah, they were all
Is,
cool choices though, for sure. Yeah.
And, you know, outside of the game, I reckon I have a feeling that these will either evolve or, you know, we will have more contact in the future. And I think these will be pathways that we've now
Possible.
taken. Which will be
Yeah, it was
pretty cool.
possible, Josie says.
yeah,
Not that she just like cast out a giant plot hook and we all just nibbled on it like hungry fishes.
You guys all nibbled on it. I fucking just took a huge gulp. I just went all in.
Yeah, yours didn't even have bait on it. It was just all hook. That was
But
so
I mean,
good though.
but to be honest, it was pretty good bait because I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like it still presented itself well
Definitely.
with all the like.
Yeah, it just
It's
it had a fancy lure on it, but there wasn't any bait.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was fancy lure, no bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So good.
again, Gouda, thanks for coming in. This has been working in the shadows for a while.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. We'll see what happens with George and the rest of the gang next week.
Very exciting.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for
I am
having
going
us.
to
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and just, I think, sleep for the rest of the day. I
Get
think
the
that's
rest.
a
Lots of sleep.
good
Nice.
idea.
I'm gonna sleep for
Yeah,
the night.
I'm just
Pretty
gonna
cool. Yeah.
try and do a quick bunch of shout outs for all the people who are playing
Yes,
tonight.
I've got
I would
a
if I was
command.
live.
Yeah,
I-
same, but I'm not.
live. Yeah.
I'm not live. I'm not
Already
even
done for you,
alive.
I
Orby.
apologize.
Ooh. Yeah, but today was great.
Yeah, nice work,
The
Zemo.
whole thing took a bit longer than I expected,
Oh, but it's just us in general,
but
isn't it?
Yeah.
it was fun though. It was
That
fun
was
though.
so much
Yeah,
fun.
this was.
Yes. I
We'll
can't
see how
wait
this all
to
turns
see how
out.
this all. Yes.
I cannot wait
Okay.
till I get a chance to use this. Honestly.
Well,
Oh
I
my
will
God,
say
I'm
just
so
like
curious.
quickly, because I was still very cryptic in the do's and don'ts. But one thing that, like, example for Nana,
Mm.
Yes.
if you're ever a mean drunk, you might have this power taken away from you.
Oh, yes. I don't think.
I
Nana
can't
really is a
imagine
mean
Nana
drunk,
ever being a
though.
mean drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I feel like that's why they got along so well, you know, and she kind of knew him from before, and I don't think she would be a mean drunk, but we'll see, I suppose.
Yeah. And a silly one for Gerald is pretty much the, like, if you could use a spell to do a thing, you should use the spell rather than just do it yourself.
Got it.
That's amazing. I actually love that.
I might need some clarification behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
we'll need to. And
I'm
I also
going
have a
to,
question about something.
Yeah,
else
I'm gonna
later,
wrap
too.
up stream here for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna raid anyone because I don't like raiding and running. And I'm gonna wrap up on my end here, and I'll still be in the call if anyone wants to talk for a little bit.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
That's all fine.
I'll probably
but-
message you.
Yeah, that's fine too. But thanks y'all for being here. We'll see you in next week.
Thanks, Gouda.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Gouda.
Bye. Bye.
See you, Gouda!
There we go.
There we go. Cool. All right, I got through all the shout outs. There we go.
Very long process.
I just had to make sure I was spelling them right more than anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight away and crash. I've been having terrible night's sleep for the past couple of days,
Oof.
so I'm immediately going to crash.
Yeah, fair. I'm
Crash.
just seeing if there's
Okay.
actually.
Crash and
anyone
burn.
on.
I'm
Yeah, no.
assuming that Roju, you're gonna stay on call. I could give you all the rundown that you need.
Absolutely. I'm just going to quickly say a good night to the lovely people in chat, and then I'll be right back with you.
Cool.
I'll say
Alright.
good night now. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tonight. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
There we go. Oh, that didn't work at all. That's not showing me anything. All right, that'll do. See you, Obi. Let me just quickly. Okay, let me just deafen that. Cool. Guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out tonight. It's always a blast when I get you lovely folks keeping me company during the D&D streams, or just any streams in general. So I will hopefully see you during the week. I'm hoping to have enough energy to do at least one, if not two streams, and fingers crossed. Should be normal days, Tuesday or Thursday, if and when that goes ahead. And yeah, but otherwise keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll boop you guys if it is going to be happening. Thank you everyone in Temple. Thank you for following. Thank you for the cheers and the hype for all the people's decisions. I really love it. I will see you all next time. Cheerio!